What's up? Welcome to episode 22 of the Quest Effect podcast. I am Ari with Bryson here.
Bryson is here.
We had a big state of play this week that we're going to be chatting about. All the new announcements, all the updates, everything. That's going to be the bulk of the podcast today. And we'll talk about some more recent stuff as well, specifically the death of Hideki Sato, who is called the father of Sega hardware. But the bulk of today is just going to be talking about the state of play this past week and all the announcements. So we can jump right into that because there was a lot of good stuff. We can start by saying like overall, how did we feel about this state of play, like announcement wise, and just in general, how did it stack up against the other ones? How do you feel about it, Bryson?
Dude, it's kind of weird for me because I feel like I'm just an asshole, but like it was so good that I was like the whole time I was thinking, yo, just do one or two big announcements. Just do like if you do two big announcements, I think like when we are at the halfway mark, I was like, if you do two big announcements, this will actually be like a showcase level event. Like it's so close. And then like as it was going on, I was like, okay, just one more, just one big announcement, and this will be a showcase level, bro. Just take it home, take it home.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we got that announcement unless you see the God of War stuff remake,
Yeah.
right? As that,
Yeah.
which it kind of is, but I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. Once like now that I've calmed down from me hoping that it was going to be the best thing ever, it was a pretty good state of play. It was pretty good. It's probably arguably the best one.
Oh,
Arguably.
really?
I mean, I think
Damn.
the best one to me, I could have sworn there was one where like we got the Sync whatever like Kojima game was announced, and I think like Street Fighter 6
Yeah.
was announced or some shit like that. Like I remember one that was really big. And so
Mm.
that one, like I don't remember it exactly, but I feel like yeah, there's probably a state of play that was, stronger than this, but this is like I would say this was stronger than the last showcase that we had.
Mm.
Where
Yeah,
like
I think I agree with that.
yeah,
Yeah. That one was like they showed some like God of War stuff if I remember
I
correctly.
think the last showcase
Uh
was it ended with Spider-Man 2 gameplay,
oh, okay, okay.
and the only
Yeah.
other memorable thing I remember was like Phantom Blade Zero, like
Mm. Mhm. Yeah, this one had like a good diverse mix of different games. And I think it also gave us like a better sense of what's coming up while also like solidifying a lot of the stuff that we knew about but showing off new stuff with it. It was a good mix of stuff. I really liked it. I would say this was like a maybe like either a B plus or an A minus for me if I were to give it a grade. Like I really
it's fair.
enjoyed a lot of the announcements. I think the updates that we got were like pretty substantial, and there's like just a good amount of stuff to look forward to. Even though like it's still there's a lot of stuff that I take issue with in regards to like cinematic trailers of stuff that I know we're not going to see for like years out. Uh, but it's still stuff to look forward to and like stuff that I'm sure we'll talk about down the line when we talk about like PlayStation's slate going forward and what they have like in the pipeline. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was very solid. But we can start getting into it. Um, the show started off with a game that I thought was like really beautiful, and in the previous one looked really nice as well. But this one kind of like really bumped it up a notch, which was the sequel to Kena Bridge of Spirits. Was that the
That was the
original one's
first one.
name?
Yeah,
That was the first one, yeah. And this one is Kena Scars of Cosmora, which is a sequel to that game. Um, it's a new action adventure title from Ember Lab, who developed the first game. It just looks really nice. I mean, the first game looked like a Pixar movie come to life, essentially, and this kind of does the same thing in that like the
yeah.
modern Pixar movies that we're getting, like this matches that level of like visual quality that I've seen. They also showed some gameplay which looked pretty solid. I mean, the first one I played maybe like 5 to 6 hours of it, and I enjoyed my time with it. I didn't think it was anything groundbreaking, but I thought it looked
Yeah.
really nice. And this one looks to be very similar in the the action adventure genre. They didn't show anything gameplay wise that really blew my mind, but just the visuals alone and the aesthetics made it look really beautiful. And I think that's going to be the main draw for a lot of people with this game.
Yeah, man. I played like 3 hours of Bridge of Spirits, right? Um,
Hmm.
and I thought it was okay. Like I think the gameplay was just the combat, wasn't really there for me. It felt really simple, but I appreciate like this kind of like simple, almost it kind of feels like a throwback to like older games, like
Yeah,
PS2
yeah, it
like
feels like a
games, something like
PS,
that.
yeah, even like PS2, PS3. I would say like
Yeah,
early 360 or PS3 games
yeah,
where
yeah,
it's like a third person action adventure title.
yeah.
Like
This feels like some
there's not
random game I
really
would have had on my
any
Wii or something.
frills with it. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it seems
and
pretty straightforward.
I like to hear that they're like, they said they're gonna make the combat's gonna be deeper and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I'm looking forward to
Hmm.
that. Honestly, bro, my biggest disappointment with the first game, by far my my biggest disappointment, was that the cutscenes were not real time. That was a big thing for me. I don't like I mean, I know I'm in a minority with that. But like there's just something about like the game going from this crispy 4K uncompressed to
Hmm.
a compressed video that like it creates a disconnect for me. And I appreciate when games are animated in real time. It's like when you see something crazy in a game, like you're looking at like fucking like Ratchet
Hmm.
and Clank or something like that. The fact that that's being rendered in real time is crazy. um so it's like, I mean, it's so much of a big deal for me that it would actually make or break this sequel. If you told me that was real
Oh, really?
time, yeah, if you told me that was real time, I would be so much more tempted to get this game. I would even be tempted to buy it if it was like $40 or some shit like that. But like
Mm.
the cutscenes, like the gameplay looks good. It's not that the game like looks bad and it cuts like some really good cutscenes, but it's just like there's a disconnect for me during that switch. I don't know, man. And another
Yeah, I
thing,
get that.
like I might even I would also be more interested if the story seemed the story like this trailer is not really grabbing me from like a narrative standpoint. Like if I'm
Hmm.
I didn't finish the first one, right? I only played 3 hours of the first one. Nothing
Yeah.
about this sequel says you should like you should go back and play the first one and then play this one. But with all that being said, I am happy that they made this. This is cool. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
is it's cool to hear that you guys were working on another killer. You know what I mean? I think that's dope.
Hmm.
Um but
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
man.
glad this game was able to exist.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
It
that's I like that.
Yeah, it does look like in the trailer they showed like some more open areas. They said the scale
Yeah.
is like they've improved that a bit, and you can see like some she's on like a mounted creature and like uh running around this big area. So it looks like the production value has definitely gone up, and I'm hoping that it makes it like as much as I enjoy like the throwback stuff of the feel of those older games, like that would bring it more in line with like these modern titles by having these more open areas to explore. I think that would be like I would really welcome that in this game. Um and yeah, I can't get over how good this game looks. It just
It
looks
does look
so
really good.
beautiful. Apparently I think it's releasing on PC as well.
Yeah.
So as far as like hardware limitations, like you were saying with like real-time cutscenes, like I don't think that should be a big struggle for them unless they're really going all out on that stuff. But even the stuff that I'm seeing in the gameplay here is so impressive looking that it looks like it
Yeah.
could be a cutscene with the animations and everything. Like there's a
Yeah.
sequence where she shoots this big creature like in the heart and the landscape transforms into from this like blighted area to this
Yeah.
like very green like verdant space. So it should with the hardware that they have available to them, like I think they could accomplish stuff that I feel like we'll like see after the game comes out of people playing it. And I think it'll be a very like word of mouth thing if this game does well that
Yeah.
will convince other people to pick it up, and maybe become like an IP that people can look forward to and like associate with PlayStation down the line more than it already is. So,
Yeah, dude. And it's like I also just like noticed rewatching the trailer that that her the little buddy she finds is also the mount that she was on.
oh
Um
really?
yeah, that's just like it's like a
Oh, I didn't
grown up
notice that.
version. It's pretty cool. Um
That's funny.
but yeah, yeah, and that's the thing, like what you were saying about like, how good the gameplay looks. The gameplay looks so good that I believe that the cutscenes could be real time. Like that's how like it looks that good. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens, but I also understand. I understand them making the call of like, yeah, real time cutscenes would be cool, but we have so much more freedom and storytelling and stuff like that. We're just like unlocked when we can
Sure.
just like do it, uh, in post or whatever. But uh, yeah, man, it'd be yeah. The game looks cool though. It looks dope. If it is, if it's not real time, then please just make sure it is the best video. Because some games you can't tell. Some games like they do a pre-render thing,
Yeah.
but like it's such a good quality video in 4K that is like you actually
Hmm.
can't tell. And then there's some where it's like, what the hell am I looking at? But yeah, this looks cool, bro. I
Yeah.
I don't think I would pick this up, but I'd be very quick to download it on Plus. Very, very, very quick, very quick.
Yeah. I
Um,
wouldn't be surprised if it was like a day one like extra game. I don't think they'll do that. Just looking at like I think they save that for maybe like higher budget like indie stuff. I feel
mhm.
like they would want people to pick this up, like pay for it.
Yeah, because
But
I think the first one
at
did.
least at some point I could see them throwing it on there.
I'm pretty sure the first one did pretty well. So they're probably like, yeah, we're selling
Yeah.
this. like we this is gonna be easier. Well, there's challenges. I think something helping the first game was this is like one of the first big PS5 games. Um, so like if you wanted like a brand
Mm.
new, game for your PS5, this was one of those ones, especially if you were like getting something for the family. I think we'll see how the sequel does, but this is cool. Overall, I'm so happy that this is a thing. This is
Yeah,
cool.
same. Same. It was also a cool choice to like open the show with because
Yeah,
it
it's a
does look
strong
great.
hope.
Yeah. The next thing they showed off was Ghost of Yotei Legends, which I think I'm not sure if they announced it beforehand that this was going to exist, but this is the same thing that they did with Ghost of Tsushima. It's a free add-on for people who own the game that is a co-op like multiplayer live service type deal where you're fighting like Japanese monsters, and it's way more fantastical than the mainline game. But you're going through there's like different it looks like there's different classes that you can play, and the mission structure is very different than the base game where it's more mission based and you're going through and fighting these. I don't know if are they yokai. I think they might have called them
They
yokai,
said
but
the bosses are the Yote Six, like
oh, the yotais. Oh, okay,
they said like it's like
interesting.
some super powered versions. I don't know.
That's cool. It looks like a totally different game, honestly. It looks dope. The environments look great for a team that like I'm sure spent so much time building out the realistic but like heavily stylized environments of Ghost of Tsushima and Yote. It's cool that they can like take such a left turn and adapt these like those environments into these crazy fantastical ones that feel like they exist in their own game, which this kind of is like in a lot of ways. But the fact that they're offering it as like a free add-on is pretty incredible. And like it sounds kind of wild that this team chooses to do like a live service update for like an existing single player game like uh, in any other studio tried that, like I feel like it would crash and burn. But it's surprisingly good from what I've heard. I haven't played the
Oh, you
one
didn't play the
from
first
Ghost of
one?
Tsushima. No, no, I played Tsushima, but I didn't play the
Oh
live service
wow.
stuff, the legend stuff.
Oh yeah, you
But
definitely
apparently it's
should.
great.
Yeah, you should definitely play
Yeah,
that.
it's
I think
um
it's definitely like it's definitely I wouldn't. if they would have came out and said like for this next one we're gonna actually charge money and it's gonna be like like a paid DLC, I'd have been like you need to show me
Mm.
more because I don't think that the last one was worth more than maybe like $5. Because it's cool,
Oh,
but
really?
it's like
Just like content wise, like the amount of
yeah,
stuff.
it's I don't know, it's hard. I guess I'm kind of just being me again, but this works. This is it's really good as a free update. As a free update, it's like yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But um, it doesn't have that much content. Like, it doesn't have like a much like I don't think it has enough content where like it's an easy sell. But it's definitely gonna be like I think at minimum another like 5 hours, like 5 to 10
Really?
hours of gameplay that you can play with your friends.
Okay.
So like yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It
I would
looks
I would
awesome. I mean,
recommend you
visually,
playing
it looks
if you have the
Tsushima.
yeah if you have the director's cut. Uh,
Yeah.
like yeah, I would go play it. It's pretty good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't picked up Yota yet, but I probably will at some point because I did enjoy Tsushima quite a bit. Um, but yeah, I might hop into the Tsushima multiplayer stuff, and then whenever I pick up Yote, I'll try this out as well because it looks dope. It just looks like super fun and like also very like visually distinct. Like
Yeah,
the stylization is really cool.
yeah. It
So
looks like this is pretty much how the last one looked. More like
okay.
it's like regular. It's like Ghost, but like tons of colors and fire and particles. Like, oh my, it's so many particles, like so many
Yeah.
particles. I remember there was like an effect that you could get on your swords where like they were just like you're just swinging particles around. It's so much stuff.
That's
Oh,
cool.
it's cool though.
Yeah, this looks fun as hell. I'm excited for people to try this out, and I'm looking forward to like seeing clips of it and hearing more about it because it looks dope. So um yeah. The next announcement that came out with the state of play was the announcement for a PC port of Death Stranding 2. This is not really surprising to anyone. Um, they said it's going to boast higher frame rates, upscaling, and frame generation, and that's releasing on March 19th. Um, it's crazy because Death Stranding 2, I think, is like I think I can easily say it's the nicest looking game on my PS5. Like I can't think of anything else that looks better than it. I mean, the
Yeah, it's
opening,
pretty good.
if 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 you've played Death Stranding 2, like I play it in the 30 FPS mode because the resolution is like worth it for how pretty that game is. The opening sequence of Death Stranding 2 is one of the most visually impressive things I have seen like in any like whatever hardware I'm playing on. Like I don't think I've seen anything better looking than that in all of the time I've spent like playing video games. It just looks incredible. So I'm sure people with real beefy PCs will get to enjoy that game in like 4K at 120 FPS or whatever.
Yeah.
So good for them.
You know
I'm
what
not
game I
jealous at
think
all.
has Death Stranding 2 beat?
What's that?
Forbidden West. Forbidden
It's a
West.
good looking game. I think I think Forbidden West like Death Stranding 2 does less like stylizing wise. Like I think Death Stranding 2 as far as like granular detail goes, I think that's what makes it stand out to me
Hmm.
is like how much you can like zoom in on something and like you don't lose any visual quality. Like it
Yeah.
looks impressive no matter
Yeah.
how close you are or what angle you're looking from it at. Forbidden West I think is also like in the same boat as far as like visual detail goes, but a lot of the I would say beauty of that game comes from like, the color palettes and like the world itself alongside the level of detail. But I don't think the level of detail hits uh where Death Stranding 2 is at. And Death Stranding 2, like I say, it's like the detail makes it as visually impressive as it is, but it also is just a pretty game, like
Yeah.
uh in how it's presented, I think. Um
Did you
but
pl-
Forbidden West, yeah, that's a very pretty game too.
did you play Burning Shores?
No, I haven't done that yet. I need to.
It's a big one. That's a big one.
Is that
because that
is that like better looking
yeah,
than
that was the
the base game or
PS5
something?
only DLC for Forbidden West.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I think for the most like, what you said is you're not wrong. It does look you know a bit better in in the DLC because they do more things. It's like something I don't want to spoil. Maybe you've seen it, but they also
is
have
it
like
like
their
the
different
final
like
boss?
the final boss is crazy. Yeah, that's the one I
I've
wouldn't
heard.
spoil. But it's the final boss, but it's also like the clouds that they did, like the like when you're flying around and like it's just like
Mm,
that one feels like it was made for the flying robots, like for you to actually for you to, that map
yeah.
feels more like it's made for you to fly around, whereas like the normal map is just kind of like like just a bigger Zero Dawn map in a way. But um,
Yeah.
but yeah, moving on, moving on.
Yeah, yeah. I
Moving
mean,
on.
this is cool, but it's a PC port,
So
so
yeah,
it's
shout
not
out to
much to
yeah. I ain't trying to
talk
see this
about.
shit. My PlayStation event. I'm a PlayStation fanboy. I ain't trying to hear the games going to PC and getting ultra wide screen support. I want ultra wide screen support on my console. I don't think that
No,
PS5 Pro gets ultra wide screen support. I don't have an
no.
ultra wide
It's
screen,
for
but I would.
plebs with money.
Yeah, man. Who are these people? I mean, let me crop my game. Let me crop the top and bottom and change the aspect ratio, man. These fucking PC players,
Nope.
man.
Nope. The next trailer that we got was another trailer for For Loop, which is the game from
Flop.
Mike Booth, who is the yeah, I know, the creator of Left 4 Dead, in collaboration with Bad Robot, J.J. Abrams studio. I'm gonna be honest, like the game still like looks not great. Like it looks like it's in a rough state. But some of the mechanics that they showed off did look kind of fun. Like they showed some invisibility mechanics and some other stuff that at least shows that there's a level of creativity going into this that's like I was at a very baseline of excitement for this, which is to say like not very excited at all. But at least there's like some mechanics that look innovative. Like they showed a portal mechanic where you can create portals and basically like move from one place to another based on where the portals are at. There's the invisibility mechanic that they showed that lets you like stealth around. Like there's some cool looking stuff here. Like I'm willing to be optimistic about at least the gameplay side, but visually and technically, yeah, the game looks like it was made in like Roblox or something. Like it looks rough.
Dude,
It's not that
yeah,
bad,
bro. It's
but
stuttering
it looks
around. Characters are
very
stiff. Ugh, I just seen this nasty.
yeah.
Oh my god, bro. Like, dude, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I don't even know for a fact. I haven't confirmed this, but I'm just going off of the look of the game. This is some of that blurry Unreal Engine like nastiness that I'm talking about. Like, it's like, dude, I mean, I'm okay with the trade off if it's if the game looks cool aesthetically and all this other stuff, but this game kind of. I think what you can see from this show, this like showcase or whatever gameplay showcase, is like there's clearly some people that want to make a good game, right? Like whether or
Yeah,
not
yeah.
they actually like hit
There's
something or
creativity
whatever,
here.
but yeah, like some like this. I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it goes back to the Bad Robots and PlayStation collaboration announcement. When that got announced, I didn't think, oh, they're gonna make some like random cash grab garbage. Like I would think if Bad Robot is getting into
Yeah.
making video games, it's gonna be something like decent. Like I was hyped for it, and then when I seen that it was this, I was like, damn, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so it's like I went into it. There was never really a point where I thought that this would be some soulless cash grab multiplayer thing.
Mhm.
And I don't think it is, but I just feel like it's the this is the
There's a
problem. This right
yeah.
here, like what's this whole thing? It's like there's a lack of like direction or like oversight, whatever. There's you're missing something because it's like
Mhm.
this looks like a game that took a lot of work, but I'm not seeing anything that would make like I had a friend who was watching the show. He texted me and he was like, he said this game looks interesting. Like I could see us playing this, like me, him, and like group, some other friends, right? And then
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I would spend money on this or some shit. Like I said, like I would play it if it was
Hmm.
free or something, like something like that, right? Because I would play it if it was free. But when I said that to him, he was like, "Oh, I assumed it was free," and I'm like, "Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah, you
this,
can't
it's
assume that.
yeah. I don't think this is gonna be free. If it's gonna be free, then they might have something maybe.
It's
But this
worth
looks
a
like forty
try
dollars.
at the very least. But like,
Yeah, this looks like forty
I don't
dollars
know.
though.
Yeah, there's no like clear hook to this game. It's funny because the first time they presented it, and even in this trailer, like they're acting like they invented like the roguelike
Respawn.
genre with how it's
Oh
presented.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're like you can come back to life and try
Yeah,
again.
bro.
Like that's how video games
Yeah,
work. And
bro.
like the roguelike genre is in its heyday now. Like there's a
Yep.
million games like that that do
Yep.
it very well.
They
You
actually
can't
showed
you
one
can't bet
here.
on that being like why people buy your game. I don't know. There's no like clear. A lot of games have like one thing that you can like hook onto and be like, that's why I'm playing this game. But this game is like a mishmash of a bunch
Yeah.
of different stuff that other games have done better. Um, there's just nothing to really latch onto to be excited about outside of like some small stuff. Like I said, like some of the mechanics look cool, but the rest of it does not look very good. So
Yeah, bro.
we'll
It's
see. We'll see when it comes out. But
it's like what
uh,
it's like what Sean Layden was saying. Like he was talking about, like I think he was talking about live service, but he was like, your game can't just be good today. It has to be
yeah, yeah,
like better. like like this game right here it has to do something that makes people say, well, I'll put down Arc Raiders and the constant waves of free content and new things to grind for in Arc Raiders and play some for a loop. Like and
hmm
that's like you said, like there's nothing
it's not
standing
there.
out here. It's not there. Like who would do that?
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, this game, and also what you said about like they're talking as if they invented the roguelike stuff. It's like I get the vibe that this game was thought of by some people in or around Bad Robot, which is like, the film, company. Like, and they thought that, that would be,
hmm
we could make a video game and do that.
yeah,
Like, it's like, dude, and it's like no one's gonna tell them in a meaningful way. No one's gonna say, bro, like people, that's not that special of an idea. Like when they
yeah,
got when
yeah,
they when they have the money and they probably like have someone at Sony they can talk to or that they're talking to, they're gonna just make it. They're not gonna think too hard about like they're just gonna make it. And it's like this is what this feels like. It feels like you guys just said we're gonna make it. It's a cool idea. That it's like it feels like an echo chamber made this game. Like
yeah.
so, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it feels like yeah, there needed to be more people in the room like shooting down ideas because these ones aren't unique. But speaking of games that do have unique mechanics that do stand out in their own way, we got a new trailer for Pragmata, which is the Capcom game where it's a third-person shooter that combines shooting and hacking enemies kind of at the same time, from what I understand. I haven't played the demo yet, but the demo, the main gameplay thing is like there's a little girl on your back. You play as this. Well, I guess you play as both of them, but there's a dude in like a spacesuit, sci-fi looking spacesuit thing,
Jesus.
who's like the guy who's shooting the enemies. There's a little girl on your back who's hacking the enemies that I guess makes them easier to kill for the dude who's shooting them. But you're basically playing both of them at the same time, and so you're hacking and shooting. It looked like a very unique gameplay loop. I'm sad that I haven't played the demo yet because I really should. I think they've released like two demos at this point.
I
Um, but yeah, it looks interesting. Have you played the demos, person?
I did. I played the demo.
You did.
Yeah,
What'd you think of
I'm good. It's one of those.
it? You weren't
It's
into it,
it's like one thing I thought that was cool was it felt surprisingly Resident Evil. Like I know it's the same engine,
really?
but it felt like it didn't just feel like the same engine. It felt like the same like team. It felt very
Hmm.
like the new Resident Evils. You know what I mean? Like I played Resident Evil
Yeah.
3. It felt very similar to Resident Evil 3. Um
Hmm. Like how
Like it
so?
felt like a faster, non-horror version of it, but yeah, the Resident Evil 3 like vibe was there. And yeah, it's a cool, it's like it's a cool mechanic. It's a cool little like gameplay thing where like, you're that's hilarious that Resident Evil came right after. But it's a cool thing, like, you're because you're using like it almost feels like you're using like the guy is the left side of your controller and the girl is the right side of your controller.
Mm,
So
that's
it's like you're
cool.
moving around and like you're moving your left stick around, and you're like, you're aiming with R3 like a little bit, but like a lot of the time is like you take your thumb off of R3 and you use the square, triangle, X, circle to hack. And
Hmm.
you use all of that to hack. So it's like it feels like your right
Mm,
hand is just like is in hack mode, and your left hand is in like movement guy mode. And
that sounds cool.
I think it's a cool. Honestly, playing the demo, it felt like that right there was the idea. It felt like that was the
Hmm.
idea.
Yeah.
Cook up a trailer real quick and let's throw it into the 2020 PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah,
Um,
well, this was a more story focused trailer. We got a better look at like the environments and got a better sense of the characters. Um, like I'll be honest, the writing from what they showed in the trailer seemed solid. Like for a game like this that is so like heavily sci-fi, and it's almost like a lot of these games can be like very cheesy and kind of corny in their writing. I think when the
specifically these. So I was gonna sound crazy, but specifically these Japanese games. It's
no,
specific,
yeah, I feel you. I mean,
like,
if you've played like Stellar Blade or
yeah,
like I
yeah,
don't know,
that
stuff
Korean. I
like that,
think
like
that's, yeah,
heavy sci-fi games like this. But it seems like they're really going all in on the relationship between the guy and the little girl, and from what they showed here, like it seems pretty solid. It's not like I said, sometimes the writing can be very bad. But this was pretty good from what they showed, and the environments I thought looked very beautiful. I mean, we see like this almost broken down,
yeah,
like glitching cityscape. Like it
yeah.
looks cool.
That's cool.
I think like there. I mean, there's just been so many sci-fi video games at this point that there's stuff that you could compare it to. Like it kind of reminds me of stuff from like the Black Ops series a little bit in the
Yeah,
shifting
yeah,
like
it is very Black Ops
layout,
3. Yeah.
but I think it looks nice. And they showed off some of the enemies in this trailer. These almost like big like robot doll looking things that
Dude,
are
they're
on all
fucking
fours, and they have this
monsters.
rotating, like their faces open up to like rotating lasers. It looks cool.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
looks pretty dope. I
the
like it.
enemies is like when you'll see in the demos, like they are like Resident Evil walking towards you slowly, pop, pop,
Mm,
pop. Like it's very like,
fun.
yeah, that's what it is. That works for me. Like my thing, like the story content that I've like, I've kind of like I let it slide in the trailers, but playing the demo, it felt like I was playing like one of those Bandai Namco games, like Scarlet Nexus or something like that,
Hmm.
or that Code Vein, the first one. I didn't play the second
Oh
one.
no.
Like it felt like
Yeah.
that, and then it's like I feel like, like how we talk about, at least how some of us talk about The Last of Us, the first one, where it's like, yeah, the gameplay is not crazy, especially if you go back to it today. Like the gameplay is like, it's good, but it's pretty simple. But it's like the
Yeah.
story and your attachment to what you're doing is what like amplifies it. And for this is like it I wasn't getting the story was not, it wasn't doing it for me. I
Mm,
didn't
okay.
care about like I kind of cared about the girl only because she's like this mysterious robot, and it's like,
Mm,
what is she, why is she, etc. But then it's like the
yeah.
guy is like, bro, who is this guy?
It's
Like he's
John
just like,
Sci-Fi.
bro, literally, he's so like a normal, like there's no, what I would have liked if he was more of like what's his name, Isaac from Dead Space or something like that. Like if he
Yeah.
if he was more like stressed out, You know what I mean? Like if he's like,
Yeah.
man, we could die out here, and
Yeah.
she's like, the lighthearted one, like who's just chilling, but he's chilling
Uh-huh.
too. He's just like, yeah, like he's just like lighthearted along with her, and it's just like, I
Mm.
don't know, maybe I'm just not in the place for this lighthearted, like
No, I mean,
stuff.
there's definitely a style of writing that goes with, like, a lot of, like, anime shows and movies
Yeah,
and, like, anime-inspired games, like, they can be pretty rough on the surface, but then, like, they hit you, like, pretty hard at
yeah,
times, like, in these bigger moments, like, in the emotional moments, so it might be something like that where it kinda sneaks up on you, like,
I
where
can
the
see that.
relationship is like, the dialogue is corny, but the narrative itself, like, kind of coalesces into something, or it could just be, like, really crappy writing, I don't know. Like, we'll just have to wait and see till the game
Yeah,
comes out, I think, but some of these, like, the anime-inspired stuff, it can be kind of black and white,
I,
when it comes to, like, the impression that it leaves on you.
yeah, I can see some people really liking this. Um,
Oh,
but
yeah, I'm sure.
yeah,
It looks cool. It looks creative and unique.
yeah.
I'm
What
looking forward to seeing, like, how it's received by
Same. And
people.
one positive thing I want to throw in there, the environments were surprisingly detailed in the demo. I was like, this is like
Yeah,
this feels like some next gen shit. Like
that's
it's
cool.
yeah, it's pretty
That's
good.
cool. Yeah, I gotta try it out. I gotta try it out. Resident Evil Requiem, new trailer. I feel like we've gotten quite a few trailers for this game at this point, and it comes out in
Yeah.
like a week from the time of this recording,
Oh
like a
really?
week and a half. It comes out February 27th. Today's the
Damn.
17th, so yeah, about a week and a half, a little
I
less.
want to play this game,
Um,
man.
yeah, I gotta play eight. I gotta play eight first.
Eight's on Plus.
I
You
gotta.
seen that?
I know. Yeah, and my dumbass bought it like a month before
Oh,
that.
did you
So,
tell me that? Oh, bro, I think I remember you buying
uh,
it.
yeah,
Oh
it was
my
like $10.
god.
I'll be
Okay, okay,
okay.
okay, okay, okay,
I'll
okay.
be all right. That game is usually it. That game hovers around like $10 to $15. So yeah, It's fine. I'll play it at some point. But I feel like I mean, I always have a list of stuff that I is like in my backlog that I want to play, but then some shit comes out and like throws that off. So what'll probably happen is I'll finish Silk Song and then play 8 and then maybe play Requiem. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, this was a story focused trailer. We're seeing a lot more interaction between Leon and Grace. Is Grace her name?
Yes.
Yeah. A little bit more of their relationship.
A little bit too
Yeah, I mean, I'm
much.
not sure. You think so?
I think a little too much. I'm looking at the trailer again because we're live streaming it. I'm trying to like
Mhm.
not look at it too much, but yeah, they said a lot. I'm like, im-
Mm,
I'm kind of like blocking my memory of certain things,
sure.
but yeah, I'll just say like story wise, like they were talking, like they were saying things that I don't think I wouldn't have wanted to like know that that was even a part of this
Oh,
story.
I know one thing specifically that you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you're talking about it, but the
I
the
think you know.
reveal at the very end of the trailer is
Yeah, yeah,
I would have preferred not to know that was going to
yeah,
happen.
yeah. I don't need to know that like
Um,
this stuff is happening. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, but
I
it looks.
mean, the game looks great. It
This is
looks great
this is the
for a
first
while.
Resident Evil that I actually want to play. Like that I actually want to like buy.
Have you
Like really like that I'm hyped for.
have you played 7?
I played a little bit of seven in
Oh, you
did I
got to
play it in
finish
VR?
7.
No, I do want to play seven because I think seven, like, because me, I'm super big into Outlast and Alien Isolation stuff like that. So it's like I
Mhm.
know that seven is the one for me. I know it is. Um, but yeah, I haven't played it. I think I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think I might go ahead. There's another horror game that I'll mention later. I'm gonna go ahead and finish, and then I gotta go to I want to play seven. I might play seven, eight, and then go to nine, bro. I might play seven, eight, and then go to
That would be
nine.
a good way to experience it.
Like what?
Although like I haven't played 8, so I don't know. Like obviously Ethan hasn't been in any of these trailers. I don't know what happens at the end of 8, but where's my boy? No spoilers. But yeah, I got to play through 8 and then maybe this will make more sense. But
And
yeah.
You know
Um,
what? Don't tell
yeah.
me if I should know because I don't want spoilers. So I don't even know why I'm asking this. But do you know that you're playing as Ethan in Resident Evil 7? Like do you know
In
who
7,
you're
yeah.
playing as?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So you know off like from the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, he's like looking for his girlfriend, and he basically gets put through this like gauntlet of creepy shit,
Who the
which
hell
I
is
guess is what
Ethan?
most Resident Evil games are. Ethan Winters.
Is
He's the
Ethan
protagonist of
the
7
first
and
one?
8. He's the guy that you play as.
But he's a
He was
Resident Evil
introduced
character
in 7
before
and 8.
like he was introduced in
I
7?
know. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing about 7 was that like dude, I guess I'm making shit up. But maybe this is maybe I'm thinking of the demo. Maybe I'm thinking of the 7 demo. But I thought that a big thing about 7 was that at the end you found out you were playing as a OG Resident Evil character.
No, but an OG Resident Evil character does show up at the end of the game.
Oh, and that's not Ethan.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Got you.
Oh shit, my roommate's here.
Oh, I know who the character is. It all just came together. I think I know who it
Um
is. Do you want
yeah,
to pause?
I wouldn't yeah, let's pause for a second.
All
Let's pause for a
right.
second.
1 second live stream. We are pausing for a second.
I forgot
You
that we
get
were
to watch the
streaming.
Kenna trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
We're back.
So,
Um,
uh,
yeah.
you can go ahead and tell me. But
Well,
don't tell
the
me if I'm wrong about this person. Don't tell me. But
okay.
is it Chris Redfield that shows up?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
He shows up literally in the last like 15 seconds of the game.
Oh, 15 seconds. Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
He's not like they they released a bunch of DLC afterwards that are like, here's how Chris like got here, but
Oh,
like he doesn't
really?
show up until the very, very end. Yeah,
I didn't even know there was
he's
DLC.
not important at all. There's a bunch of DLC for seven. I think there's like five different DLC things. It's kind of crazy. But I haven't played any of them. I've seen gameplay in Chris's is like especially wild because it's so unnecessary. But yeah,
Well,
he shows up at the very end of seven.
I'm hyped to learn who Ethan is then.
I mean, yeah, I'll let you play the game and you can see.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, seven's great, and I feel like I'll enjoy eight. But Requiem seems like it's going back to the actual like real creepy stuff that I loved about seven. So I hope it delivers on that, which it looks like it will. So yeah.
Man, this game, like I said before, it reminds me of that King Kong game. That was based on that movie that came out in 2000s, where like you
Hmm.
play like half the game in first person as a what was his name? Jack? I don't even know the guy,
I don't know.
the dude. um, you play like half the game in first person, fighting like these giant centipedes and dinosaurs and like and it's like it's I mean, as a kid, I'll tell you right, it was scary. It was a problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was handling it, but it was But then as King Kong is like you're going to those same creatures that like are like super threats, but you're playing in third person as King Kong. You're like just like
Mm,
throwing them around, like you're playing like a Hulk video game, like
yeah,
for the other
that's
half of the
cool.
game. So this game really reminds me of that, and even how they're showing it, like this is my first time seeing. I think this is the first time they've shown us first person Leon gameplay because like they've been usually when they're showing the game
Mm,
is like they show Leon in third person and then they show Grace in that like Resident Evil 7 first person.
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you can switch between the two on both, but
Mm,
that's exactly how I would play the game. I would play as Grace in first person, then like Leon in like in third. I think maybe I'll change my mind on that when I actually like get into it, but yeah,
yeah,
I think
it looks sick. And it's funny to me that they chose to do that, like where you can choose what perspective you play from. Because I could have sworn like when they started they because they were originally calling this like the new trilogy of like Resident Evil games, and so they said that it was gonna be like first person throughout, but they changed their mind, I guess, like after eight because they released an update for eight that lets you play in third person as well, which I thought was
yeah.
funny.
I think it
So
was the success of the remakes. They were like,
yeah, probably.
let's go
Yeah.
ahead and make these. I'm surprised they were able to like retroactively do that for 8. That was pretty
Yeah, it's kind of
surprising.
wild. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think we're both looking forward to Requiem. But the next announcement was Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, which is a remaster of an older Legacy of Kain game. Go figure. From 2003. This was after the remaster. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if they called them remaster or remakes, but they released new versions of the first two games, and I think this is the third one. So I guess you get like all the Legacy of Kain games now updated and playable on modern hardware. Um, I've never played any of these games. I don't know if you know anything about them, Bryson.
I'd never even heard of these games before the last time that we got an announcement that they were remaking or remastering
I
one of
I
them.
knew about them because apparently like they were I think they were released originally on PS1, and they were known for having like really strong narratives and voiceover, and like their presentation was apparently very impressive for that era. Like they kind of uh were doing more narratively than any other games were at the time, from what I understand. So that's why they are like held in such high regard. So it's cool, that new people get to experience that stuff. So, but apparently, like this wasn't even part of the state of play. Did you know they announced a new Legacy of Kain game? But it's like a 2D like side scroller with pixel art.
Hmm.
They just like dropped a trailer for that after
It's
the
pretty
state of play,
crazy.
but they didn't talk about it in the actual state of play, which is kind of weird. But yeah, there's a new Legacy of Kain game apparently coming, so get hyped. The next game that they showed off is Brigandine Abyss, which is a new title in the tactical strategy RPG series that began on PlayStation in 1998.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna have to pull the trailer up because I remember absolutely nothing about this.
I'm looking at it right
Oh,
now.
okay.
It's what's
Yeah, I
Fire Emblem?
mean, it looks like a tactics RPG.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah,
you got it.
sure.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's cool that it's
Yep.
old IP. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they seem to be doing more of that with like Legacy of Kain in this one, so that's hype. Um, the next announcement was for a new version of Dead or Alive 6. This is the most recent entry of the 3D fighting game. They announced it'll be coming to PS5, complete with DLC characters, in June, late June. But alongside that announcement, they also showed a little trailer for a new entry in the Dead or Alive series that they're just calling Dead or Alive. It was a very short thing, a short cinematic with some interesting visuals that they chose to highlight. Um, yeah, so I guess if you're a Dead or Alive fan, you can get excited for that. I think we both said that neither of us are big like fighting game folks. So, but
Dead or Alive beach volleyball forever.
yeah, right. That's we've all seen that. The next thing that they presented was very cool, and I'm very glad they showed it. Was the a new trailer for Control Resonant. This was a gameplay
Oh,
trailer that was like all gameplay. Like
oh
they
my
they just
god.
showed the game off. We learned through the initial trailer that it was going to be melee focused, and so we got to see that in action in this new trailer. We got to see Dylan running around beating the crap out of hiss monster guys. The one thing that really stood out to me was like the gravity shifting mechanic. Like
Yeah,
it looked like you were playing through a scene in like the first Doctor Strange movie, like where
yeah,
the city like fractures and is like he's just like running on walls and stuff and shifting like your perspective. It looks wild. I saw a lot of people say that like if you get motion sick easily, this game is going to be like a nightmare, which I understand. But just like as a mechanic, being able to shift gravity around like that, like enemies that you see like standing on walls, you can turn that into your floor, so you're fighting them like on the
bro.
ground, like on the wall. Like it looks
Web
wild.
of
It looks crazy. It's
Shadows.
like it looks exactly like the crazy shit I would want to see from a Control
That's what
sequel.
I'm
So
saying, bro. This is a dream game, bro. This is a
yeah.
goddamn dream game. Like I could only imagine. Like I remember playing Control, and there was that one part of me that was like, man, it'd be crazy to see them like go outside for the next one. And it's like,
Hmm.
bro, when I thought about that, I didn't even know what I was asking for. I was just like, that would be kind of cool to see other like just to be outside, dude. So when we seen the trailer where it was like, he's outside and it's Manhattan or whatever, right? And it's like it's like it got out, like all these crazy SCPs and things that they have locked up. It's like this just
Yeah.
feels like what if the like all this stuff just broke out into the world, and it's not like just some regular like the world looks twisted and messed up. Like it looks
Hmm.
like what would happen if a ton of SCPs just went loose in the world. Like the world looks terrible and it looks warped. And it
Yeah.
but and it they still have like it still looks good. Like it still feels like he's outside and like and the gravity, like oh bro, the lighting, it's everything, bro. This is a dream game, and the fact that it's like it's melee and like and look how far back the camera is. Look at your FOV.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
dude, like what are we talking about? This is insane. Like
It's
oh my
like a
god,
more open like Devil May Cry almost with like reality bending
bro, that's what I'm
mechanics. Like
saying. And I love when a game like a sequel just goes in a different direction from a gameplay standpoint to fit
mhm.
the story. You know what I mean? Like this
Yeah.
this feels like, yo, like what would what would happen if, Jesse's missing, the stuff in the oldest house went out in the world, and Dylan had to use like his powers to go handle business for FBC.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
this looks like how that should look. You know what I mean? Like this does not
Yeah.
look like this, like the kind of the closer to the shoulder third person like shooter. Like no, bro, he's out there getting busy, bro. He's getting busy. It looks so good, but it's like it reminds me of like the opposite of God of War. Whereas like you went from God of War 3 swinging around, doing a whole
Mm.
bunch of stuff, to
Hmm.
now you're just like, I got this axe, this Leviathan axe or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
and it's closer. You know what I mean? I love that shift, and I love this shift. This is cool, man. This is like I couldn't ask for anything else. This is the perfect like control sequel. Like this, I could not ask for anything else. This is my favorite thing. Like
Yeah.
this is my favorite thing, and also I love the edgy, dark grittiness. I love like like the way that Dylan stands. Like he's standing on the building, and like the chairs are falling because like the gravity is like their gravity is getting
Hmm.
corrected, and the wind is flying, and and the sun is like like you can see the sky in front of you. Like, oh my god, bro. It's so good, bro. They killed it. They killed it. They're killing it.
Yeah.
My only nitpick is the sound design seemed off, and I think that was a trailer thing. I believe that was a trailer thing. It's like it has that weird thing that like Kingdom Hearts had going on when they showed Kingdom Hearts 3, where it's like we're hearing certain sounds and then we're not hearing everything else. Which I
Mm.
think is why I heard someone say that the hits didn't feel impactful enough, and I think that's because of the sound. Because like
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm looking at the trailer on mute right now, and everything looks fantastic. Right? But
Yeah, the
I
game
think,
looks great.
yeah, I think there's a sound thing going on. But like, dude, you see these fucking boss battles? You see him like dodging the boss like
Yeah.
by zipping to the other like point, the other building.
Hmm.
What the?
Hmm.
What are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, it looks
come on,
sick.
this is insane, bro. This is
The
insane.
control was kind of like incredible because uh like the world building obviously is amazing, but I enjoy games that are just like fast paced and are fun to play. Like
Yeah,
fast paced action games that have your like heart pounding and that give you enough mechanics that like you can play around with without it being like overwhelming, and it feels like it's almost like the satisfaction you get from playing like a boomer shooter or something like Doom, just like moving around fast and like using the different weapons and things at your disposal to just
yeah,
like eviscerate enemies. Like that's
yep,
the kind of satisfaction I got from Control alongside the awesome world building stuff. And this is just like taking that same, it looks like it's taking that same level of satisfaction and fast-paced action and just bringing it into like a different genre of like melee combat. um yeah, it looks awesome, and I'm probably gonna replay, like, I don't replay a lot of games, but I'm probably gonna play this and replay it a bunch of times because that's what I did
yeah.
with Control, because it's a
Yeah.
fun game just to like sink back into and like get immersed in the world. And because no other games are really like that. I mean, Remedy makes really unique stuff like that, like experiences that you're not going to get with other games. And this looks, I mean, I haven't seen anything that looks like this before in a video
Yeah,
game.
bro, that's what I'm talking about. Like, like I think there's a lot of conversation about the PS5 not having like its games. This
Mhm.
feels like that to me. This feels like if this feels like we're in that like that midpoint of like everyone's making like games for this generation. This is one of those games. Like
Yeah.
that's the vibe I get from this. Like this looks dope, bro. See the FBC crossed out on his back,
Oh,
bro.
I didn't see that. That's dope.
I didn't notice that till just now, but yeah, bro. Like I agree. I think I'm gonna be playing this more than I played the first one, only because like I do think that like the first one, I love the telekinesis. I don't really like the shooting. I mean, it was fine. It
Mm,
was. It's not that I wouldn't say I disliked
mm,
it, but like the standout thing about that game to me was the telekinesis. That's my favorite superpower. So that was great. That was really cool. Being able to pick up like anything and everything, like that was really cool. But
yeah,
this like this I'm seeing a lot of the telekinesis stuff that I like. It doesn't seem like he does it as much as Jesse did, but yeah, bro, the combat looks cool, bro. Like it just looks so
mm,
like bro. And the fact that he's seamlessly switching through he's comboing, like he goes in with one weapon, then knocks him up, then switches to the other weapon and punches them in the air. Then he goes to the next weapon. Like I remember when when they first showed us this, I thought like, well, in Control One, your weapon could switch, but I don't think you were comboing stuff. Like maybe I just wasn't good at the
yeah,
game,
no,
but I don't think like there was any uh like I think the most I would do is just like, oh, there's a weapon, there's an enemy far away, sniper, enemy close up, shotgun, standard shooter stuff. But like, yeah, this looks dope.
yeah,
I love his weapon, bro. I love the way I love the whole aesthetic of this game. I'm done. I could talk about how much I love this game for a long time. This
yeah.
looks
It's
amazing,
it
bro.
looks sick. It looks sick as hell. The next game that they showed off in the state of play is a game called Crimson Moon, which is not. It's a new series or a new game from a studio called Probably Monsters. It's a co-op third-person action game in a fantastical setting. You play as what looks like two knights. I saw a lot of people say that this like didn't do much for them, or they were trying to guess like what franchise it was from because it looks like a bunch of other games. But I might be in the minority, but this looks pretty cool to me. I mean, the combat looks solid. The environmental design, like yeah, I guess it could look like other games, but it looks very vibrant while also being detailed. Um, the environments themselves are more colorful than I would imagine in a game like this. Almost to the point where it looks like a like 360 style
I
game
feel
where
that.
almost like Kingdoms of Amalur or I don't know, maybe like an older well, not Dragon Age. Dragon Age games are kind of bleak, but um it looks colorful and it looks fun, honestly. It just
Yeah,
like the combat looks solid. It just looks like a cool game. We really do not know a whole lot about this aside from the fact that it's like a action co-op fantasy game. But
bro. I'm gonna be honest
as
with
a
you.
first presentation, it looks cool.
Yeah, man. I know everything I need to know except for the price. I'm gonna be honest. Like this,
Yeah.
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I feel like I'm talking about every like podcast when I talk about multiplayer. Like this game, it looks cool, but I think the multiplayer takes it to a whole nother level, bro. The fact that this is co-op, like I could actually see me and a friend going half on this game and playing it. Like,
Mm.
but if it was single player, I would not be touching this. It looks like some people would have fun running around hacking slashing. But like, if this game, like, since I see that it's co-op, it's like that's just immediately like more of a draw. And I also think about like if it's actually difficult, like man, it would be so cool if this game is actually like really difficult and and it looks pretty fast paced. Difficult, fast paced, co-op, melee. You know what I mean? This thing looks like I mean the vibe that I kind of get looking at this, it kind of I don't think I'm crazy when saying this. I'm getting like medieval Helldivers. That's the vibe I got.
I
Like
could kind of see that. Yeah.
that's what I'm getting. And like I think playing this game with your friends would be really cool if it's difficult. Me and my friends are not gonna want to play this game if if we're just hacking and slashing and it's easy. Now if it's difficult, yeah, yeah, we'll play it. That'd be really cool. But yeah, I like this, man. This is a cool announcement. Like, bro, throw this on Plus, man, and make some money.
Oh
Put
yeah.
probably
This
monsters
this
on the
seems like
map.
it's perfect for that.
Like
Yeah.
what?
This I could see this being a day one on like either the monthly games or on extra. Because it just looks like a fun like action co-op game with like I mean, I don't know. I would hope that there's like some interesting mechanics that are unique to this game, but even just what I'm seeing now, or just like teaming up with a friend with some fun combat in like a cool fantasy setting, like
Yeah, man.
this looks solid enough presentation wise that I would believe that even if it's not doing anything like exceptional outside of what is like expected, uh, it looks pretty cool.
I think
So
if they do it right, bro, you can get a solid 30 hours of gameplay from this. Like I think that's pretty cool. Like
yeah.
I think if it's difficult, I think that difficulty is a huge make or break for something like this for me
Hmm.
because I don't really I'm not gonna be able to get a friend to get on this game, and I would even really want to play the game if it was like if it's just like you're just running around and hack and slash. Like it needs to be
Hmm.
difficult. But yeah, but this looks cool. It looks dope.
Yeah, yeah, it looks solid. The next game that they showed off was Beast of Reincarnation, which we've gotten a few trailers for. This is the third-person action game from Game Freak, who do the Pokemon games. This is a very different game where you're fighting like diseased, like plant monster things, and you have a wolf companion who has different abilities. We've seen a lot of this game. I think it looks, I think we've said a few times that if it wasn't Game Freak developing it, there probably wouldn't be as many eyes on it, or it wouldn't be as interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm still willing to give this game a shot as far as like it potentially being solid.
You know
We didn't.
it's
Yeah, go
actually
ahead.
a prequel to Pokemon.
You know what? They would pull some bullshit like that. They would. um, yeah, I mean, it looks like a bunch of other games, but who knows? Maybe it's solid.
Yeah, it
We've
looks
seen a
like
bunch of it already.
yeah, it looks like a lot of other games, and I'm gonna be honest. I know, and this is this is kind of crazy from a Last of Us fan, but I don't like plant based enemies. I just don't like
Mm.
I don't like the aesthetic. I don't. It's not like if you were fighting like some enemy ninjas or robots or something, I would my interest would actually like go up a significant amount. But I'm not like even like this little part of the trailer where she's fighting these robots is more interesting to me than fighting the plants. I don't something about those plants. It's just I'm not liking it, man. I don't like those plants. It's not happening. But
Damn.
yeah, we'll see, bro. Did you see they're putting Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 on Game Pass?
No, on Game Pass.
Yep. They announced
That's
that today.
interesting.
See, like, and that's the thing, Game Pass, you guys got Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and you got this Beast of Reincarnation.
Mm.
It might be time to check it out. One more game and that's that's $16 well spent.
Well, how long do you plan on playing each one of those games?
About 4 hours each.
Yeah, yeah. I think 4 hours of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 would get you like halfway through the tutorial,
Nah, I
from
actually
my
would put
experience.
I would put real time into Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I just yeah, that goes back to the whole I don't like playing on my PC thing. Because
Mm.
I actually would put like if I had that on my PlayStation, I would put time into it.
Okay. The next announcement was the Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition. This is a remastered version of the original Rayman game with additional design documents and interviews put together by the preservation-focused studio Digital Eclipse, who've released a few things
Oh,
like
this
this
is
that are
them.
like anniversary editions. Yeah.
This is the same. This is the combat collection guys, right?
Oh yeah. They did the Mortal Kombat
I think
collection?
so. I was wondering if it was them because they said like it's like a documentary and a game together. I was like,
Mm.
oh, that's like how the other studio does it. But yeah, I think that's the same studio.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
really dope.
if you're into like this style of like documentary slash actual game release thing, it's pretty dope. Cool little thing. Um, the next announcement was Mina the Hollower, which is getting a demo on PS5, which I don't think it was on before. I know it was on Switch 2. This is the
Shovel
Game
Knight.
Boy Advance inspired game, yeah, from Yacht Club Games, who did the Shovel Knight series. And that's coming out in the spring of this year. I played a little bit of the demo a little while back when it first released, and yeah, it was pretty fun. It's very like tightly built. Like if you've played Shovel Knight, you know, like how tight the game is. Like between the combat and the exploration, this did feel maybe a little more challenging than Shovel Knight. Like it was a little
It
harder,
looks more challenging.
um, but it had some fun mechanics. Like the whip mechanic is pretty cool. Um, yeah, if you're into these types of like modern retro inspired games, I think this is going to be a really solid one because these guys have a proven track record, obviously, with Shovel Knight. So, yeah, it's another one to look forward to.
People been waiting a while
Um,
for this game, huh? Because I like when they
yeah,
showed this,
it's
I thought like, oh, they're doing a next gen version of this. Cool. I thought this game came out a long
yeah.
time ago.
This is like their their only other like new IP. Like they've only been working on Shovel Knight stuff for like years and years, and this is the first new thing that they've done. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
I
Uh,
hope it as well.
yeah, I'm sure it will. Shovel Knight. They made like so many DLCs and like they did like a mobile game for it. Like that's how successful it was. So I'm sure this will be the same way. The next trailer that we got was for Neva Prologue, which is a DLC prologue to the atmospheric action platformer. Comes out. Oh shit! It came out. No, comes out in 2 days. um, but Neva was the game, the same studio that did Gris. Is a
Oh,
2D
this is
side
that. Okay,
scroller
okay.
with very like pretty visuals, like hand drawn visuals, very story focused, very atmospheric, and yeah, this is like a little prequel to that game. So, uh, the next announcement was I'm gonna mispronounce this Yako Shinobi Ops, which is a top-down four-player co-op ninja stealth game from Sh- Shueisha Games and Acquire, who helped
Jeez.
create Tenshu. I've got to pull up the trailer for this one because I do not remember
This
this
was
game
the
at all.
very, very dark and serious, almost top down ninja game. Is
Yeah, I
that what
said
it
it
was?
was. Oh, okay, yeah. This is interesting because I think there is an audience for this type of like stealth game, top-down stealth game. I don't think like this is obviously a game that's not meant for like a wider audience. It seems like
Yeah.
very much a throwback to like that old style of games and like working in the limitations of like what they had access to back then while also it looks like having some like modern mechanics. I think there are gonna be people that probably fall in love with this, but
Yeah, bro.
it's gonna be for like probably a smaller audience, I think.
You're playing as real shinobi. Real shinobi, man. This ain't Ninja Gaiden. You're not jumping around and doing kicks in the air, bro. These are real shinobi, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It looks
I think it looks cool.
yeah.
Um,
I think visual wise it doesn't look
the
terribly
the
impressive,
running at the
but
end looks insane.
it looks real goofy. It looks real
The
goofy.
running at
I
the
think that has
very
something
end
to do
looks
with
insane.
probably something to do with the camera like not meant
It's
to
supposed to
be in
be,
that position
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
But yeah, it looks it looks a little goofy. I don't
Multiplayer
know.
would go crazy on that game, man. I'm telling you.
It's uh it's a four player co-op.
Oh, it's four
So
player co-op.
yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
So I thought I was the only person with my thinking cap on. It looks like I'm just the only one with it off. Bro, that's pretty
Yeah, I don't
cool.
know. If that game is any more than like $15, I think you're gonna have a hard time convincing some
Bro,
friends to
I'm
play it.
not gonna lie. I could convince Trey to get this game. Like my friend Trey, I think if it's like $30, I could see him like and I just carefully mask the fact that it's like kind of top down. You should
That it's
like
that it's
bro.
a little janky.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think because the cooperation it can be really fun. Like trying to get stuff
Yeah,
done together. Yeah.
yeah.
Give
The
these
fun is
guys
in like messing it up.
yeah, yeah. Yo, give these guys the Naruto IP. That's what I'm trying to see.
Mm, I don't know.
Make it happen.
I don't think they have the budget for that, from what I'm seeing. The next game that was announced was a new action game in the Korean fantasy series. Is based off of a book called The Bird That Drinks Tears. You play as a giant chicken.
Jesus. Oh,
Um,
this is that
that
game.
was
Okay, okay.
that was yeah, kind of the main thing. It's a
Yeah.
very like it's funny because the art style is very like realistic, like grounded. But then the character that you play as is literally just a a buff chicken guy. Like he looks pretty cartoony. I'm gonna be honest, like the gameplay looks solid. It's one of those trailers where like I'm not I'm not convinced really that the stuff that they showed off is going to be possible in the actual
Yeah,
game.
bro. Because they tried they're claiming that they were able to do the thing where it's like you have the dude third person action dude walking towards a
Hmm.
cliff and there's a whole war going down there and then he jumps
Yeah,
in. Man, get
like
the fuck out of
I
here.
don't
Get
really
out of here,
believe
bro.
that.
Yeah, we'll
There
see. We'll see, man. We'll see.
there are some other clips that look cool, like clips where you're fighting like a big enemy and there's a bunch of like smaller dudes that are kind of just getting like eviscerated as well that are also trying to attack you. Like that stuff looks cool and it looks like it could be like reasonably achieved in actual gameplay. Like that
Yeah.
looks fun. But there's also a lot of stuff that seems pretty like overdone and I don't know what's going to be possible. It looks like a combination of the gameplay of like some Dynasty Warrior stuff alongside some like big boss
Wukong.
battles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that exactly. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I
There's
mean it
also that
looks
Unreal Engine blurriness.
impressive.
I see,
Sure.
I see it looks cool, but there's I can see it. It's there. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, this game like, dude, yeah, bro, it kind of looks like a dream game. Like for some people,
Hmm.
not for me. But yeah, we'll see what actually happens. I would play
It
this
looks
game
interesting.
if you had it like on Plus. Of course, I would try it out. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I'm also not convinced that this is real. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see more of it. We got a new trailer for Star Wars Galactic Racer, which is the
Yo.
racing game set in the Star Wars world. They showed this trailer was it was actually more like narrative focused than I
Yep.
was
Yep.
expecting. Like they had
Dude,
actual cutscenes and like characters talking to each other.
bro,
It's
I asked
interesting.
my friend who's into racing games and cars and all that stuff, right? I'm like, yo, would you like to see because going off of that conversation we had, right? I was like, would you like to see like a story in these games like Forza? And he's like,
Hmm.
I don't give a fuck about that. He's like, I don't care about that. Like he's like he complete. I didn't even expect him to completely dismiss it, but he was like just completely like no, no. I do not care or need that in my racing games. And I was like, well, I'm alone.
Mm.
And because if anyone would have agreed with me, I think it would have been him on that one. But seeing this, when I seen the cutscenes, I was like, hey, like here we go, a story in these
Yeah, they're
racing
going
games.
all in on like a narrative. There's the guy that looks like he's gonna be the main antagonist, like kicks
Yeah,
the head off of like a pit droid,
yeah.
is like yelling at you. And then we it was funny, the first trailer we got the big end stinger was Sebulba. And in this one
Oh
they
man,
showed Ben Quadaneros. I think I'm pronouncing that
they're just
right, which is
pulling them out
another
the bottom,
character
huh?
from episode one who was a pod racer. It's really funny that it's like these big character reveals at the end, and it's all just like different pod racers from the Phantom Menace, which I think is really funny.
That's cool, man. I'm looking forward to this game actually, bro, because of the story, bro. Like the story, like that's dope. Cause the driving around, like I honestly wouldn't be too interested in just like the driving and stuff in the maps unless it was like a live service type of setup. But since it's gonna
Sure.
have a story that's because for me it's about progression. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna have the multiplayer live service progression, then I need story progression and I think this game is gonna have story progression. I'm super surprised to see. This is dope. It's
Yeah.
almost like we kind of should have known that a modern Star Wars game would have a story. Um, what was that game? Squadrons or whatever. What was it?
Squadrons, yeah.
That had a
That game had a
story.
story too, right? Yeah.
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 It'd
That
be
game did
hilarious
not
if it
sell
didn't.
very well.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, some people I'm sure are like really looking forward to this thing. There's like a cross section of people who love Star Wars and who love racing games that are like foaming at the mouth for this, I'm sure.
You think this is
Um
$70? I don't think so. But then
no, I
again,
think it's like 40.
you think 40? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to charge so dear for this. Um but that's supposed to be coming out this year. So, we got another trailer for 007 First Light, which is IO Interactive's take on James Bond. I can't even remember what was in this trailer because they've released so many trailers for this game at
Yeah.
this point that it's like they didn't show anything like new from what I remember. I mean, they did, I guess, because it's a new trailer, but
Well,
nothing
this
memorable.
one, what I like about this trailer was like the first thing that got me interested since the first like kind of like big reveal thing,
Mhm.
because this was like a very James Bond story trailer. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
this wasn't showing me any of the, this was like everything outside of my like problems and like what I think is gonna fail in this game. This is like just the good bits. This felt like you're showing me James Bond because my initial like feeling when I seen it we're doing a 007 trailer, I was like, dude, I knew they shouldn't have gave IOI 007. That was my feeling. I was like, man, this is not pay. I knew it was gonna be like this. And then as the trailer started playing, I was like, I do like 007. I
Mm.
do actually really like James Bond though. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, this was a story. It didn't do too much gameplay stuff.
Yeah, I'm watching it again, and I get what you're saying because there's like a nice range of like different locations and like different stuff that he's doing. Like there's climbing, there's shooting, there's like cutscenes in different locations. So it feels like very much like a Bond trailer, more so than any of the other stuff we've seen, I guess.
Yeah,
So yeah, I guess that's it. This feels like it should be like a launch trailer. I mean, maybe it'll be the
yeah.
last one until the game releases, but it feels like it's showing off the like totality of what this game is trying to be, which yeah, it looks cool.
This game comes out in May,
Hopefully,
man. That's kind of long, and we've seen so much. Like
yeah,
it's kind
comes
of
out
weird.
late May. Yeah, I don't know how much more they would have to show off. I don't think we get a demo or anything for this, honestly. I think it's just gonna we'll get like maybe a trailer or two more. Um, but yeah, the next sequence of trailers was kind of them handing it over to Konami for a bit to show off some of their stuff.
This
So
became a
they had
Konami showcase, bro.
yeah, it was kind of weird. Um, but the first thing that they showed off was Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. This is the follow-up to the first one, which was a remaster of I think it was 2, 3, and was it Snake Eater? Or no, 3 Snake Eater was 3. There was the first Master Collection is 3 different Metal Gear games, and Volume 2 is Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker. Notably, this is the first time Peace Walker has been released off of the PlayStation 3. So now, like, you can actually play it if
Yeah,
you don't own
yeah, it's pretty
a PlayStation
crazy.
3, which is pretty funny. Um, so I think that's like those are all the mainline games now that have been remastered by Konami. So that's pretty cool.
I love how some of these
Um,
like communities, like gaming communities, just get blessed randomly. like
yeah, yeah.
Metal Gear Solid fans, like here's Metal Gear Solid 4 finally playable
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on something besides a PS3. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Like you can
They
play Metal
also
Gear Solid 4
announced
without an emulator now.
Yeah, they also announced updates to the first Master Collection that I think they're coming to modern hardware, or they
Mm-hmm.
announced like a resolution bump or some upgrades for them as well. And I think that was like a big complaint when they originally released that the resolution was like not as good as it should be. So they said that they're going to be improving that as well. So that's cool.
All right, do you
Um,
know why Solid Snake, Big Boss, and whoever the other guy is all look the same? Do we
I'm
know the
pretty
lore reason for that?
sure they're clones of each other.
Okay, okay,
I think
got you.
uh, Big Boss is the original. Solid Snake is a clone, and then there's like two other clones because there's Liquid Snake,
Liquid,
and then there's Solidus, who's
yes, the Solidus
his own
Snake.
thing. Um, I like years ago I watched a video like explaining the story of all of Metal Gear just because I was bored. It's like a 5 hour long video.
those those videos, like I used to feel like I don't want to watch those videos because I might play them, and now I'm like, it's not happening. It's
I mean, I still kind of want to play them at some point. I mean, these games are so like
Iconic.
detail and like narrative
Mm,
rich that like the larger story beats, like as important as they are, there's so much other like narrative stuff to experience in these games. So, but I also don't think you would enjoy these games if you're not in it for like the crazy story shit, because these games are all over the place with their writing and like the character writing. Like Metal Gear Solid 2 is just full of like ridiculous characters that you're going up against, but it also has like really poignant stuff about like control and the government and what it means to be an individual in like the digital age, just like smushed between a guy named like Bomb Man who rides around on like roller skates. Like genuinely, that is a thing in the game. Um, so I think you just got to be on board for all that, and I think that's. I still don't have a firm grasp on like why they're as lauded as they are, but I've also never played through any one of these games. I've
I can
just played a little bit.
understand the first four, like, or the first, like, well, let me not say the first four. Yeah, the first four. I think, like, because the first game was like, one of the first like games that took it that seriously, like on a narrative standpoint, and also graphically it
Hmm.
looked really good at the time. And then the second one, I guess, was just kind of more the first. But then the third one, I think that was a leap. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think that was like a generational leap from the first two, I think. And then four, I feel like four, like, from seeing it from the outside, it always seemed like four was trying to do way more narratively than games at the time.
Four
Um, four,
four holds the record for like the longest cutscene in any
yeah,
video game. It's like there's like a 60-minute cutscene at the very end of the game. It's a
Jesus.
very narrative focused game. Um, but yeah, like from what I understand, the game, they're not known for their gameplay outside of like Phantom Pain, the fifth
Yeah,
one, that has like more robust gameplay mechanics than the other ones. It's mostly about like the story stuff, and the gameplay is like fine from what I understand, but it's more about like it's experiencing the world and the characters and the story that Kojima has crafted and like what he's trying to say about the real world. It's you're kind of just experiencing his vision. At least that's how people talk about it. So yeah, I mean, this now that all the games are ported over to modern hardware, it does make me more tempted to try them out at some point. But
I
that's
would
like
have
an undertaking, I feel
I would
like.
have been super tempted to play like a remake, like how they did for, like, Delta, the third one,
Yeah,
if it was the
yeah.
first game. If it not, well, I guess not
Mm.
technically the first game, but if it was like Metal Gear Solid, like if they remade Metal Gear Solid, I probably would
I
have been like
mean,
way more tempted to play that.
you could probably find, like, if you were to emulate that game on PC, I'm sure there are enough resources out there that you could pretty much like remaster the game yourself and make it look up to like modern standards. That
Yeah,
like
see, that's
you
the
could
thing.
probably do that.
I would either want to play the game as close to the original quality, or just a complete, like, uplift of
Hmm.
like everything. Like, I wouldn't want to be in the middle ground. Like, either give me like a Last of Us Part 1 level remake, or just give me the old version with the like filter on it
Mm.
to make it look even nastier. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Oh
where
yeah,
I'm
you would like without a CRT filter, like those faces are made up of like
at.
12 pixels total. Like the level of detail there is not does not hold up on modern screens. Um but yeah, we got more Konami stuff after that announcement. Darwin's Paradox, which I think we got like one other trailer for in the past. This is a game where you play as an octopus. Um yeah, uh they showed off like him like as like Snake, the octopus as Snake for a little bit. I guess in a level that's kind of similar to Metal Gear. So
Hey,
that's
man,
that's something.
I'm happy for you guys that got the game that you're
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
for. Happy for you.
The next one was kind of cool. They showed off a new Castlevania game. from Evil Empire and Emotion Twin, who I forget which one it is, but they maybe it was Evil Empire who developed Dead Cells, which is the roguelike from a
Oh,
few years
that's who they
back.
are. Okay.
But this is a 2D new Castlevania game with, a really what I thought was a cool looking art style.
And a new
Um,
protagonist, huh?
oh, is it?
I think
I
so.
know it's a was it it looked like a woman, but
Yeah.
they were talking about one of the Belmonts, so I don't know.
Trevor, I think you're in. Well, I know Trevor Belmont. You're like in his like whatever. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I
He's a
don't know
part of it,
enough.
but
I
I
don't
know
know enough.
that that's not Trevor. The trailer's playing again. Maybe I'll be able to put it together a little bit more. But I remember
Yeah,
watching it and thinking this is a new Belmont. Uh,
it looks like a
like
new Belmont person
yeah.
because it doesn't look like what I imagined Trevor Belmont would look like. It
Well,
looks
the
like a
one you're
woman,
playing
but I
as
could
that's
be
not.
wrong.
That's definitely not Trevor. like,
Yeah.
like whoever that lady is, that's yeah. She's moving fast.
Yeah, it looks
I
cool.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. And we're gonna get more into this with the God of War. I would have rather this whole thing just be like pixelated. This weird like 3D. I
No,
don't
this
like.
looks great.
I
I
don't
love
like it.
this. This looks great. I like the art style they're going for. It's like a mix of like 3D with like modern animation aesthetics. It looks kind of like the Castlevania TV show almost. I really like it. I think the animations are great, and the mechanics that they're showing off, kind of ironic because it reminds me of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which
Yeah.
was a Metroidvania that released a few years back. So it's kind of like full circle for that because like The Lost Crown is a Metroidvania, which is a genre that is inspired by Castlevania and Metroid. But the movement mechanics look very fluid. She's like hopping around with the whip and like swinging around. It looks fun as hell. It looks really cool, and I hope it is good. I'm sure it will be, but it looks very good. So let's see, when is this? Oh, they didn't announce a release date or anything. So at some point
Fantastic.
it's coming out. But yeah, it looks solid. It looks solid. The next announcement is for a new Silent Hill game, which is pretty cool. Um, this
Yeah, buddy.
one's this one's different because it is a first-person game. Um, I don't know. Did they say it takes? It looks like it takes place in like the UK or something. I think the guy was like British, the
Yeah,
protagonist.
I'm not sure. It definitely yeah, bro. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It
this is my game. This is it for me. Like this is
yeah.
I don't know how much money I'm willing to spend on it, but I do like I bro, I Outlast, and I just recently played I'm like 90% done with Silent Hill 2, and this just like um this looks like more Silent Hill 2. It looks very Silent Hill 2, and it's first person, and it's like I think I'm gonna have fun with the game. I wish that I
Yeah.
knew the studio more, because that's the thing. Like if this oh my god, bro. If this trailer had that Red Barrels logo, the Outlast studio, I would have threw my money at the screen, bro. I threw my wallet at my monitor. Like that would have been an instant buy. But it's the fact that I don't know this team that kind of like makes me iffy on if I would buy it on launch day. But I did see somewhere that like one of the like uh Alien Isolation leads was working on this game. So that's
Mm,
that's hopeful.
that's cool.
Yeah, and I really like Alien Isolation as well. So yeah, man, I'm hyped for this. I can't wait to see more of this.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, like most Silent Hill games, it looks very atmospheric, and the narrative is kind of it's going to be pretty important as to like how this game is received. But it looks solid. It looks cool, and Silent Hill fans are like getting real nice right now. They got
Oh yeah,
the Silent Hill 2 remake. They got F, which was received well, and now this is coming out at some
it's
point.
like
So
you
that's
you're
hype.
not getting PT, right? But
Well,
they're
we're getting
giving you
OD.
you're getting that OD game, and in Konami, it's like they're trying to make up for OD by just giving you like everything
Sure,
else.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you
yeah.
forgive them yet? Are they forgiven? Annapurna,
Silent,
shout out to Annapurna
yeah, yeah.
Interactive. They have
Silent.
been attached to cool ass games.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Silent Hill stuff is either like terrible or fantastic for some reason.
Yeah, people really seem to like
That's a
Silent Hill F.
yeah. I still gotta finish two remake, and then maybe I'll get to that. I'll get to F at some point.
Dude,
But
if
yeah.
you go back to 2 remake, bro, put those puzzles on hard. I need to know just how stupid I am.
Oh no. Okay. Okay.
Puzzles on
Try
hard.
that. Um. The next announcement was Rev Noir, which is a new anime-themed RPG in development at Konami. I have to remember what this game is. I'm pulling up the trailer right. Oh, this is like the anime one.
This is a
Yeah,
fucking gotcha game without the
it's
gotcha
another
mechanics.
anime game. This is like a cinematic trailer, so we didn't get a whole lot
I think
from
we
it.
did get some
It just
gameplay at the second
oh,
half.
did we?
I think there's a
Oh,
little bit of
okay.
gameplay. Let me as I'm like it's playing for me right now. Yeah, wait. Oh wait, no. I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure yeah, there's gameplay clips in here. There's like
There is
little like
okay, okay.
walking around and stuff like that. I think there's some, like a tiny bit of fighting. I don't know.
Gotcha.
They got
It
it,
was
bro.
seem this is like a very like story centric. Like I think they said if I remember correctly, the rain like what is it like it kills people or something?
And this
I
is a
don't know,
reboot,
man.
right? Or something.
It
This is an
is.
established
I don't
IP.
think
I'm pretty
so.
sure. I think this IP already exists. I think they said that in their like little dev talk thing they were doing.
Damn. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think this is a
Producer
new
of this
new
project. What do you think of the
series.
teaser trailer? Brand new JRPG title. Oh, I guess never mind.
I
Never
mean,
mind.
we'll see. It looks like an anime game. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. This
Sometimes
shit
these
looks
games
like
can be good. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see. No release date or anything for that one. The next announcement was pretty cool. We got a trailer for an untitled John Wick game from Saber Interactive.
dude.
This is going to be a third-person combat action game based on the film series, obviously, from the guys that made uh, Space Marine, what is it? Space Marine
Colonial.
2. Colonial
Oh,
Space Marine 2.
I think so.
Um, yeah. This was just there wasn't any gameplay here. It's just a cinematic trailer.
There
But
was
I
gameplay.
think everyone. Oh, there was.
Yep.
Oh,
At the
okay.
end, they went to gameplay, and then I felt a part of my heart die. I was sitting. I was sitting there like, please be slow clapping the seafood devs. Please be the seafood devs.
Oh
Please,
yeah, that
please.
would be fun.
And then yeah, and then it's not. By gameplay, I mean they showed you doing some executions on some bad guys, and someone
Okay,
on
yeah,
Twitter pointed out that all the bad guys are bald. Just a little detail.
that is interesting. Maybe because they're being like smashed through car windows and like put through
Yeah, just over
glass.
time. Yeah, we're just
They
cutting.
don't want to bother about the hair mechanics of all that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think everyone's just kind of excited that a John Wick game is getting made. I mean, it's kind of hype because, I mean, you watch those movies and you just think about how cool it would be to do that shit in a video
Yeah,
game.
but to me, it's
It's
like it's
like,
one of those things where like to make a, I don't think the world is ready for an actual John Wick game, and I'm trying to explain. So like it brings me back to the 007 thing, right? I think when you're watching 007 and you're watching John Wick, what's cool about John Wick is his quick decision making accuracy and like and just the moves, right?
mm-hmm.
To make a like I think so there's two problems I think with that, right? One, the moves, like the different moves you do, different kills, right? How many kills are you going to animate? Because if you're making a John Wick game that's supposed to feel like John Wick all the way through, that's a lot of kills you're going to have to animate, bro. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see it
Mm-hmm.
happening. I do not see it happening. It's going to get repetitive, and the John Wick movies are not repetitive, bro. Like that's the thing is like that's that team that worked on that is like it's a lot of stunt guys making and choreography guys making the coolest shit, right? So it's like I don't think you're gonna be able to get that animation. I don't think no, I don't, that would be the biggest thing about the game would be the animation if you did it right. That's number one, and then number two it's this like the 007 thing, the quick decision making and the calls that John Wick makes in a fight, and like I think John Wick isn't just running around getting shot and shooting at people. He's like a very surgical like I'm avoiding getting hit. Like
Yeah.
it's so like I don't know the word for it, but like it's something that I don't think is gonna translate well in a regular third person shooter where you're in third person aiming a gun at people and shooting. It's like you're gonna have to make it this like kind of like almost like you can, of course it can't be fully on rails because it's a video game, but it's gonna have to be pretty on rails compared to like I don't know, like Watch Dogs or something, or like just other third person shooters. And I don't think you're getting this right, bro. I really just I don't I it would be such a feat to get something like this right, which is why I was like it needs to be slow clap the Absolver Sifu guys because they're the only team that I think can do the animations correct and actually think of a way to do this where it actually feels like John Wick because I it's gonna come down to because look at the little gameplay they showed, right? He's just doing execution. He did like 3 executions. You don't see anything besides these like these like things that are like almost like quick time events. When someone's playing this game, is it going to look like John Wick or is it going to look like some other third person shooter? And I think it's gonna look like some random third. I don't think you're gonna look at someone's gameplay and think, "Oh, that's a John Wick game." I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't believe in this this team that much to do that. I'm sorry.
Have you played any of the Yakuza games? The uh the ones that aren't turn-based,
I
because
have not.
that's those games have a very good sense of like the stuff that John Wick does, which is using the environment to your advantage. Like
Mm-hmm.
in Yakuza games, if there's like what is it called? Like an outlet, like a circuit breaker, and you like attack someone near that, you can like slam your head into them and they'll get electrocuted. Or
Yeah.
if there's a table near you, you can like pick it up and like use it to beat enemies with that, or like pick up a chair and like throw it at someone's head, like shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That feels very in line with like something John Wick would do. I don't know how you combine that well with like shooting
Shooting.
mechanics. Maybe
Yeah.
it just comes down to like using weapons in a melee sense while also limiting like resources like bullets and
Yeah.
like forcing the player to combine the two. But
Yeah.
I think it's possible to have that kind of reactive gameplay where you can feel like you're really using the things around you to like beat people's ass in a stylish way, because that's like half of what, like, even in this trailer it shows him like picking up a, like, he's in a kitchen, he picks up a pot and like slams
Yeah.
a dude over the head with it, and he's like grabbing kitchen knives and
I
like
think there's like
throwing them at
chopsticks
people.
he uses at one
I
point.
think if I think if you allow that type of like environmental gameplay where you're using the things around you and combine it with like stylish animation and like telegraphed combat in the same sense that like the Arkham games are,
Mm-hmm.
like I could see it coming together in a cohesive way. I think just balancing that with the shooting mechanics would be difficult, but if you make it like very close quarters to where like sometimes shooting can be difficult and it's not always the best thing to do, I could see it coming together nicely. I think there's a lot of potential for something like this. Um,
I think like it's a good point what you said about the shooting. I think yeah, I think you don't do the aim and shoot. I think when you have bullets, that should basically be like you have 8 insta kills. Like
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like you have 8 insta kills in your gun right now. Can you like handle this situation with that? Like yeah, and then it's just like melee combat aside. Like aside from that, I think yeah, that's how you do it.
Hmm.
And if you because and that makes me think if you did what Sifu did and you put the gun with the insta kills in it, that would actually like that. There you go. there's your John Wick game. That's as close to a John Wick game as I think we're gonna get. Is Sifu with a gun. Um, and did you play Sifu?
For a little bit. I didn't play a whole lot of
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I think Sifu would have, because Sifu also has that like there's something on the ground, press these buttons to flip it up, put it in your hand, throw it at somebody. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Like there's like it has that kind of environment stuff as well. So like you're close to a wall, you're gonna like hit the guy into the wall, like stuff like that. But in Sifu, I think that animation problem is gonna. I think that's gonna be a thing in this game, dude. I also like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think that I think you're right. Like it is possible if you just eliminate the third person shooting like stuff. Just make it a melee based game and just put the gun in the game. For like, and have John Wick just do his thing with the gun. That would work. I could see that. That could work. Um, but yeah, bro, I think you gotta get the right team. I think you gotta get the right
yeah.
team, and also like maybe even, yeah, I'm gonna just say right team, bro. What the hell is Slow Clap working on? There's no way they just
Well,
been making rematch this whole time, man. What were they really working on? What were they really doing?
I have no idea. I don't know. There's something big, probably. Um, we got a new trailer for Marathon, which is coming out in like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Um, but this was interesting because it showcased the voice talent in the game. It was We got voiceover from Jennifer English, and what sounded like Roger Clark. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's who it
pretty sure
was.
it was.
Um, so it's cool. I mean, very impressive voice work. And honestly, the way it's coming together with the trailers and like how they're framing the narrative, like it's looking pretty solid
It's
at this point. And I
bullshit.
think we started to see that turnaround like when they announced that they were gonna have like this voice talent for the game. But it's cool to see it in action.
Yeah, man. I won't rant for too long. I mean, I'm looking forward to playing the game. I think them doing the like the kind of like pre-launch that goes almost like into launch. It's like the game's dropping for free February, I think 27th, and then it's gonna be free until like 2 days before the game launches, right? So that's gonna be cool. But from my knowledge of the game, it's like the stuff they're doing with like how they set up like the kind of like story angle in this trailer. It's like, dude, eh, from someone who's played the game, what are you guys talking about right now? What are you showing me? Like, I've played two of the, I think, 3 to 4 maps. I've played the game, and it's like, I don't know, man. I almost feel like they're lying to people. Like, I feel like this story trailer was almost lying to people. It's like, dude, this is an extraction shooter, and it's actually less of like an experience than, like, someone put it like perfectly somewhere. I forgot exactly how they said it, but it was basically like when you get into Arc Raiders, it feels like you're going into like a world, and this feels like you're going into a match. Like when you play it,
Mm.
it's gonna feel more like you're getting into a PvP match than you're stepping into this alien planet. All that shit is gas, bro. That's just noise. It's not real. And maybe it'll feel real now that they have the new lighting and stuff like that. But dude, I don't know, man. And honestly, like, bro, Jennifer English and Roger Clark are great. But this is not, I feel like it's so, like, if this is what you guys have been doing with that talent, if this is it, I am not going for it, man. It feels like a waste of money. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not saying that like they should have got AI voices, but I don't think that you need to pay this cast of like goats to come in and do some like the voiceovers you'll find on a phone hidden in like one area of the map in the middle of a PvP game. It's not like, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of like describing everything that's great about Overwatch. But something like, I just something just I feel like it's gonna be for nothing, dude. I'm interested to know, like, I kind of, I want to know what you and my friend Terrence think of this game. I think you guys should try it when it's free, and
Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious to know what you guys like think about it. Cause it's like, dude, like I still like don't even have a clue where you would even hear that Roger Clark monologue that he did. Like you guys paid Roger Clark to come
I
into the
mean,
studio and do this monologue, and I don't, I don't see why you
there's
did
probably gonna
that.
be cutscenes here and there, and there's also gonna, if I had to guess, there'll probably be a hub world of some sort
I don't
or a
think
hub
so.
area.
I don't think
You
that,
don't think so? I mean,
no. I think
they did
because
Destiny, and that was a pretty big hub
yeah,
area as
and that's the
well.
thing. Is like I feel like that's why I feel like they're lying to you guys because it's like I'm starting to see in the promotions like they're saying like from the guys that brought you Destiny, and it's like it's like they're trying to frame it like this is like that kind of narrative multiplayer blend that Destiny is, and it's like from what I've played, it is not.
I mean,
It is not
they've also
that.
had like months and months since you've played to, and also we don't know how much they're holding off on, like not the amount of stuff that wasn't in the tests that you played. You know?
Yeah, but they haven't shown anything beyond that besides the new like environments and the two characters that weren't in that playtest. So like it's gonna like the server slam is gonna be interesting, but it's like in these promotions I'm not seeing anything like I said like besides the two new characters and the and um I know there's for sure I think there's 4 maps on launch and there was only 3 in the playtest in the most recent playtest. And yeah, but like I dude like I can like I don't know of course. I haven't played it the final game, but I would pretty confidently say this game's not going to have a hub world. It's not going to have cutscenes. Like it's not that kind of game. Like it's going to be like a it's going to be less of a um it's gonna be pretty far from Destiny. It's gonna be more like a an Apex or something. Like because we'll see, we'll see. But I think the fact that we're even having that conversation of like, is it gonna have those narrative elements? Is like I think
Yeah.
they're leading people on. Like it's not gonna have those elements. But we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And if I had to guess, like if it does have the narrative stuff, we're probably not even going to see that in the free uh time frame in the server slam. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait. I mean, we don't have to wait too long now. It's coming out early March, so just a few weeks. But I'm looking forward to playing it and seeing how it feels. And I'm also not. I haven't been playing Arc Raiders or anything, so I
Mm,
really have no experience in the extraction shooter genre. So it'll all be very fresh to me. So
yeah,
I'm looking forward to trying it out and
I definitely want to get your
seeing what the
perspective on it.
experience is like. Yeah, I'm for sure gonna try it out, and I'm looking forward to playing it for sure. We got a new trailer for Big Walk, which is the next game from House, who made Untitled Goose Game. That's coming out this year in 2026. This is like the big co-op game where you're walking around with friends and solving puzzles and stuff. Um, very reminiscent of games like Peak, even though Big Walk I think was announced before Peak even released. Um, but it's just like a cute little co-op thing where you spend time with friends. It seems like
Yeah,
it's just a new trailer for that.
and it's
So
going on
looks
plus day
cute.
one, right? That's just it.
Oh, did they say that? Oh, that's
Yeah,
exciting. That's hype. Yeah, I'll probably try that out. Very cute looking game. We also got a new trailer for Saros. They showed off a bunch of new stuff alongside like some of the developers talking about it and some of the changes that they made from oh god, what was the other one?
Returnal.
Returnal, right. One of the biggest changes that has me excited about this about Saros is the fact that when you unlock a new biome in Saros, on subsequent runs, you can start from that biome. So like basically it sounds like from that it's going to be less of a roguelike and it's more about like kind of doing your thing and getting to the next area and the next checkpoint, which was one of the things that turned me off from Returnals. Like I would enter this one room that would just have this crazy ass monster in it that would kick my ass, and all the progress that I had made up till that area was just lost. But now it seems like um, they're not going that route anymore, and it I could see some people being frustrated by this in that it makes it less like not maybe not difficult, but less hardcore than Returnal maybe was. But I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be more stuff that we haven't seen yet that makes it a more like unique experience and probably stands apart from Returnal in a lot of ways. But for me, that I'm kind of more excited about it for that reason because I wasn't a huge fan of having to start over every single time, even though I know that's kind of what roguelikes are. I think I would prefer this over that. I think you said you're not really looking forward to Sorrows, right, Brisson?
No, no.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that they're doing the for loop thing though.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I'm joking.
the for loop style game.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's a for loop style. Yeah, I just
uh-huh.
noticed like as you were talking about the fast travel thing, I just put together it's 4 players in a loop. For loop, Jesus,
Yeah,
I'm actually an
yeah.
idiot. I didn't put any thought into what that name what it
It's a
meant.
dumb name anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, bro. But yeah, this game, yeah, man. There's something that this game, there's something that, and I think I know what it is, but there's something that Control Resonant has that this for me does not have, and I'm just, yeah, bro. I'm not looking forward to this. I think, you know, I put some time into Returnal, but I think the only reason why I put that time into Returnal was because I was playing it co-op, and it's like
Mm,
co-opless Returnal. I'm looking at right now. But I do like Resogun, and I like how much this looks like Resogun. That's pretty
mm.
cool. But yeah, it's not for me.
It looks very fast paced. Like, uh, oh my god, what's the name of the freaking game? Returnal.
Returnal.
It looks fast paced in a lot of the ways that Returnal was, but this one looks almost like more frenetic in like the dashes and the shield that you have. I don't know. I didn't get super far in Returnal, so maybe it's more similar than what I'm aware of. But if you're into Returnal, it seems like you'll be into this game. So
Yeah.
I'm sure folks will be looking forward to it. And then we got a new trailer for Marvel Tokon, which is the fighting game with Marvel characters being developed by Arc Systems Work. Arc System Works. Arc
Arc system does
Systems
work.
Work.
They work a lot.
Yeah, they were working on Marvel Tokon, and it's looking pretty cool. They announced some new X-Men characters. They showed off Magic, Wolverine, and Danger as playable characters. Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks like the style that they're going for is translating really well even to these new characters. It looks pretty sick. Uh,
Do
it's
you
it's
have
cool
a
that yeah. Go
do you
ahead.
have a character that you would want to see in this game that's not already announced?
A character that I want to see in Marvel Tokon that they haven't showed off yet. She-Hulk. Show me She-Hulk. That'd be
That
cool.
would be cool. That would actually be really cool.
I want to see like Japanese inspired She-Hulk design.
Yes, I like to see
Pretty
that
cool.
as well.
Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's cool that PlayStation is showcasing like a fighting game as one of their like flagship titles for this year,
Yep.
because I think like they've kind of built up a reputation of being known for like their big games are like the third person action narrative driven games.
Yeah.
Obviously, like they show just because of this state of play, they showed off a bunch of stuff, but this being like one of their big titles and it being like a fighting game, I think is pretty cool, and it shows something that we don't see a whole lot from them, which is like the stuff that they're willing to put money behind, being like not being the typical stuff that you would see PlayStation producing. And so it's cool that this is such a large part of their like marketing push, and it's just like a really cool looking fighting game. I think that's kind of hype.
Yeah. I also like the Spider-Man advanced suit from the Insomniac games being in one of the
Mm,
DLC, like one of the, like the pre-order bonuses or whatever. That's really cool. And yeah, I honestly I kind of I didn't even I forgot that like I didn't forget that it was PlayStation, but I never looked at it like how you just said. Like this is one of their games. Like PlayStation, like they typically have like two big games a year, that are like exclusive, and
Hmm.
I guess yeah, this that would make this game number one. And then Wolverine
Yeah.
would be game number two, and
Hmm. Hmm.
I think that's that. Like I was kind of I guess I was kind of waiting on another announcement like later this year, but I mean, yeah, this I think is a fair, like one of two games. Uh, this is pretty big. I know
Yeah.
like the fighting game community seems to actually be hyped for this. Uh, you know, condolences to 2XKO, but
Yeah, for real.
there's like a good bit of hype for this game. I mean, it's fucking its
Hmm.
arc system works in Marvel, bro. I mean, this is
Yeah,
one of those
it's
things where like I feel like I feel like the world is insane when they don't think of something like this. Like
mhm.
how did like how are people not like, bro? You just go get this studio that people love that makes a cool thing and give them the IP. Like Disney, like you want to print money, like it's so simple. And then you also make sure that you have like like Sony X Dev to look over the whole thing and make sure that it's that it's all going well. So like some competent video game producers in the room. Like
Yeah.
that's like it's dude, this is a layup, bro. This is free money. Like
Yeah. Yeah. And it looks solid. It looks great.
yeah, it looks good.
Um, yeah. It's funny that the two major titles are both Marvel IP things,
Yeah,
Wolverine and like the new trailer for Marvel Tokon highlighted the star of the new Insomniac game, Wolverine.
yeah.
Like it's kind of funny.
He's gonna have a
But then
skin
the
for
big
sure.
one, oh yeah, 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 definitely. The big announcement at the end, well, not at the very end, but we'll get there. Was a remake of the original God of War trilogy from Santa Monica Studios. That's God of War 1, 2, and 3. Very different. I mean, I'm assuming most people know that the gameplay of the first three games is very different from the newer Norse Saga games. Um, and so they had T.C. Carson, who is the voice of the original Kratos in the original trilogy, come out and basically talk about how they're starting development on that and how he's excited about it, and he was very cool. Uh, and then
That was really cool seeing him.
after, yeah, yeah, it kind of shows like how they're dedicated to like getting it right, and also an awareness of like I think a lot of people, while there's like an acknowledgement that the Norse games are like more mature and maybe like narratively better than the original trilogy, I think there is a sentiment that like the first three games do have value and they stand apart pretty distinctly from the Norse saga, and that like there's still an audience for that type of game, even one that's not like because so many PlayStation Studios is known for like their narrative heavy games, but people enjoy just like kicking butt sometimes and like killing gods and shit, and like that's okay. So I think
Yeah,
it's cool
bro.
that they're like acknowledging that with this remake, that like they're fine doing putting a bunch of money behind just like remaking these like fun ass action games, with cool set piece moments. It's pretty
Hey,
sick.
someone I seen someone point this out on Twitter. I'm not seeing any of that Naughty Dog backlash. I'm not seeing any of that. Oh my god, another remake. I'm not
Well,
seeing none of that, man. How many times has God of War 3 released? Like that would be like what is that, like number 3 of just God of War 3 alone? Like
well,
come
those are
on
like
now.
remake. This they
Come
say
on
full on
now.
remake. That's very different. It's a
Mm,
very different experience.
is it gonna, we don't know that.
Yeah,
We don't know
it's a remake.
we
They're
don't
doing
know
it
if
from the
this
ground up.
but we don't know if this remake is gonna be a Last of Us Part 1 style remake.
No, it's not gonna be
You
that.
don't
We
think
know it's
so?
not gonna be that.
But
No,
if it's
there's
all
no
three
way.
games, dude, if it's not a Last of Us Part 1 style remake and they're doing all three games, this is gonna take like two
Yeah, that's
decades.
why he said they're starting development of it because like that's an undertaking.
Bro,
I also
I'm
wonder if
making
they're gonna release them like if it's gonna be like one is gonna release and then 3 years pass and then two is gonna release, or if they're just dropping all of them at the same time and releasing them as like a big remake package. I
I
wonder
could
which
see I
avenue
could
they're
see
gonna go
two
down.
options. I could see either all three of them release at the same time, or they all release very close to each other, very, very, very close. Like you, I think, like you just said, like a year apart, right? Um,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking, and I think, bro, yeah, I fully believe it's gonna be a Last of Us Part One style thing where it's like it's the same games, but it's just gonna be like, you know, all the like assets are remade. You know, everything's like a Demon Souls style remake. That's what I'm
Mm,
expecting. Um, I will be very surprised and slightly disappointed if that's not the case, because Santa Monica is so cool, bro. There's like they have so like they could do something crazy, which is why we're all looking at like where the hell is Corey's game at, right? But
mhm.
yeah, I think if they're putting any more work than just a Demon Souls Last of Us Part One style remake into this, I would kind of be like, damn, bro, like, I wanted my Atreus game. Me personally. But yeah, like yeah, man, I don't all three games. If they said we're doing a God of War like the first game remake, then I would expect like a Final Fantasy VII style remake. But I'm expecting Demon Souls remake, like new assets, pretty much the same game, but like yeah, that would be
Mm.
crazy if they said
I
we're
think
gonna
it's
do
gonna
four
be.
trilogy.
I think it's gonna be mostly new stuff. But I mean, regardless, I don't think we're seeing anything soon out of this. We got like 3 years until we see like another trailer for these things, or like hear any news about it. I want to say. I think it's gonna take them some time to cook this
I'm
up.
I'm predicting that we'll see it. We'll see this again in 2020 2020, either the end of 2028 or 2029, and then
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
think
release
2029 is
2030.
what we're looking at. It's gonna
Maybe,
be a bit.
you know what, I'll actually throw something in there. I'll say this these games, one of them releases um 2029 is the cutoff. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that.
I don't
I
think so.
believe
I'm
that.
not as confident about that as you are. They said they're starting development this
Yeah,
year.
but remember, my whole thing is I think it's just gonna be like a, you know, like a global
Yeah,
uplift. So I think like 3 to 4
I don't know.
years of just like remaking all the assets, but not actually remaking the game, like just kind of like repolishing it and stuff like that. I think they could get that done in like 4 years, 3 4 years.
I'm less confident, but we'll see. But what we don't have to wait on is God of War: Sons of Sparta, which is the shadow drop that they released during the state of play. This is a co-op retro 2D action platforming game where you play as a young Kratos as a Spartan soldier. Um, I don't, I haven't seen a lot of people actually playing this, so I can't say like how well it's been received. But regardless, it's cool that they just like drop this during the state of play, and you get new God of War stuff, even if it's very different from the God of War stuff that we have right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
I guess I'm just Mr. Negative today. Um, I seen the controversies around the game. One,
Controversies?
yeah, one is David Jaffe, the God of War
Oh,
creator.
well, he was just like saying that, like that he doesn't like it or something,
Yeah,
right?
and I know he's like the Joe Budden of video games, where it's like people really don't like him because of the stuff he says. But I think that the stuff that he says has like, I think he's being genuine when he says the things he's saying. I think like he went into it like fairly optimistic, because I the first time I seen more of this game outside of this show was going to, his live stream, because he's like a full-time YouTuber at this point. So I went to his live stream to see, like, he started playing it immediately. Um and yeah, like he kind of had the immediate like same thing that I had, where I was super hyped when I first seen it. I was like, and I seen the kind of like pixelated leaves, and I was like, oh, they're like that's it's gonna be like, kind of like in that like pixelated like pixel art type of style. And I thought that we were gonna play as Kratos from when he was younger to him getting the blades. I didn't think it was gonna be like just him as, a kid the whole time. So that not being the case is kind of disappointing, but also the art style, I feel like it's almost like you guys did the pixel art with so much density that it doesn't look like pixel art, and
Hmm.
that's kind of disappointing to me. Um, but then another thing, I guess this will be my last bad news negative thing for the day. Um, it's it's not co-op until you beat the game. You can replay it in co-op. People like there's a thing where people
Oh,
are asking
really?
for refunds because in the description of the game it says co-op because it does have co-op, but you can't actually play co-op until you beat the game.
That's pretty weird.
It's pretty fucking weird, man. I don't know who came up with that one. Because like I think that would be cool if it wasn't marketed so co-op-y. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
looks like the key art is like it looks like
yeah. It's
co-op.
like
It says co-op in the
two
thing. Like
guys.
yeah, like it looks. I would not doubt for a second that you're playing this game co-op the entire time. And the fact that you have to beat the game before you can play co-op is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
That's
actually
weird.
like feel like those people asking for refunds should get their refund. Because like if if I had the money to spend, like I was talking to one of my friends and we were saying like yeah we definitely like if we had the extra money and we bought this game we would have been looking really stupid because like we definitely would have thought it was co-op and we would not have bought it knowing that it wasn't. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of weird. But
I get the frustration there. It's kind of fucked up.
yeah, I
Um,
don't know. They gotta be more conscious of stuff like that, bro. Like you can't like that. It looks like a co-op game, bro. Like come on now.
yeah, yeah, and the trailer is like, it would be silly to think that it wasn't
Yeah,
co-op
that
like
it
from the
wasn't.
jump.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Um, but yeah, so that was the state of play. I think we can say it was pretty cool.
that's pretty good.
A lot of interesting stuff. A lot of updates on things that are coming out soon, and some cool announcements. A pretty solid showing from PlayStation
Yeah,
all around. Pretty hype.
it
Pretty
was
hype.
a
We didn't
little
see any
over an
Wolverine,
hour.
which was interesting. But
Yeah, I thought we were
yeah,
gonna get
it
that.
was a long one.
Remember, I really thought that we were gonna get that. Hey, there's gonna be a Wolverine state of play later. Um, but
Yeah, no.
then I heard. I think I was listening like kind of funny or something, and they started talking about just how far out Wolverine is, and it's like, yeah, they wouldn't do a state of play that far out. That's pretty far out.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but still coming this year, supposedly. Um, yeah, there's only one other piece of news that was um they call him the father of Sega hardware. He helped develop the Sega consoles, specifically the Master System and the Dreamcast and uh Genesis. He passed away this week. He was 77 years old. Yeah, he was kind of like one of those guys who was just has been there for like years and years and kind of helped jumpstart a lot of industry stuff. And yeah, it kind of sucks to see like that old guard like getting old and
Yeah,
passing away.
yeah, man.
Um,
R.I.P.
yeah, yeah, it's kind of scary when when you look at the ages of like some of the folks from
Yeah.
Nintendo and
Yep. I think I know who you're talking about. I didn't want to jinx it either. I'm not saying his name.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying his name.
We're not
Um,
gonna go there.
I'm gonna say this right now
Um,
for the record. I've wanted to make a bioflick for a long time, and that person was like one of my like first like, elementary school like little like projects. I made like a board. Yeah,
mhm.
I'm just throwing that out there. Hopefully that
Yeah,
becomes something.
yeah, that'd be cool. Um, but yeah, other than that, not a whole bunch. What you been playing, Bryson?
I have been playing Dead by Daylight and Overwatch. Oh, I listed Overwatch because, yeah, of course I've been playing Dead by Daylight, Overwatch, and a little bit of Rivals. But I haven't been playing too much Rivals because it's Overwatch's time in the sun,
Hmm.
and I, oh man, my love hate relationship with that game has rekindled. Um,
For Overwatch.
yeah, and it's like overall though I'm really enjoying it because there's a lot of characters that I actually want to like get better at and play, and like that's cool. I think it still has matchmaking issues. I think it still has progression issues. Um, it had this weird thing where for like 2 days you couldn't earn rewards because there was an exploit, so they had to shut down you being able to earn rewards, which is insane.
It's funny.
Like you're a Blizzard, please lock in, please. Um, but but yeah, but the game's been really fun, and I've been playing way too much of it. So,
Yeah, I've been playing too. I've been playing a lot
oh
of
for real?
Overwatch and getting back into it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, and I think like my first day or so was just like playing the new heroes, but I eventually found myself just going back to the heroes that I had played the most of like in the past. Like I've been playing a lot of May recently,
Yeah,
and I've gotten like throughout my time playing Overwatch, I had gotten very good at like placing walls to where you're like
yeah,
separating people like from their team. And it's funny because like when you play damage, you don't expect a lot of like endorsements like from teammates, but every time I play May, I get a bunch of endorsements because
yeah, bro.
almost every game I'm like shutting down like a tank by pinning them away from their team, or
Yeah.
like putting up walls or being creative, or like May is really good at holding the point, like the payload when you're waiting for your team to respawn. So like doing that, like it's been a lot of fun. I've also been playing a lot of Junkrat, and he's very satisfying. Although there is a learning curve that I have to get back into with him because he can be a little difficult. But yeah, I've been the new heroes are really good. We spoke in the past about like how maybe they're sacrificing stuff for like the new heroes because of how many they're releasing. But the more that I play them, I really don't feel like outside of maybe their design, like the gameplay of them. You could have told me that each one had been in development individually for like months, and I would have believed you, because the
Yeah.
more you play them, the more you understand the depth of their kits and like how much you can do with them. And it really they feel just as solid gameplay wise as like any other character, I would say. Um, yeah, they're good. They're not. They don't feel like it doesn't feel like anything's been sacrificed to make them. They got a nerf Domina though. She is like
Dude,
pissing me
she's
off. She's so
insane.
powerful.
Like,
They gotta
oh
give her
my
like a
goodness.
damage nerf or something
Like
because she is just melting everyone.
when my friends who don't really play much Overwatch were saying she was broken, I was like
Yeah.
guys, you don't know what you're talking about. It's not that deep, bro. We just gotta give it some time. And then like playing the game more and more is like, no, bro. Like she's
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
super strong. She's doing an
Her
insane amount of damage.
her damage combined with the shield, that's like a massive shield, but one that also breaks in segments, so that like even if you do damage to it, you're only like punching a hole in it. Like that gets frustrating after a while. Like I just want to tear that thing down.
Yeah, man. I thought that
um
like my idea of it was that it was gonna be like a super weak, um, like I thought the panels were gonna be weak, right? Those
mhm.
panels are not that weak. Like those
Not as weak
panels,
as they
are not,
should be.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those panels should be weaker. Like, cause I assumed the whole idea was gonna be the panels are weak, but then like when one breaks, you kind of have to angle yourself to like maximize all the panels. No, bro, it's a
Yeah.
big ass shield. It's a big
Yeah.
ass
Yeah.
shield, and those panels are kind of just there to say, "Oh, it's not too broken because you can break parts of it." Like, dude, that shield is huge, bro.
And the shield itself, like the whole thing is massive. Like it takes up a bunch of space. You can shut down like lanes like real easily with that thing. Yeah. Other than Domina, all the heroes are really fun and balanced. Like I haven't played. I just don't play tank now because
Yeah,
like I don't want to be the only tank on my team. So I
I'm
wish
also
I. Yeah, I wish I could play tank because I do enjoy playing tanks, but I also don't want to be the person that like everyone's following to like do the right thing like in the game. So yeah.
yeah, I'm also banning her every game. So it's like I'm
Oh
not
yeah, you play
really.
like competitive most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I'm playing like yeah, bro. I've gotten to the point already in that game where it's like I need to play competitive because the matchmaking is just so like it's just too random in quick play, bro. It's just too random. Like you'll find
Mm.
yourself like on a team that has like some of the best players ever, and then like your team is just regular. Like, bro, just even it out. Like I'm really only playing competitive for the stricter matchmaking, which
That's fair. That's
which
fair.
I've been saying this for a while, but I guess I think there's just too much stuff in the game. It'll be too many cues. but add an unranked mode. Like add like a like quick play, but it's using like semi-competitive matchmaking, and you play a full game like attack and defense like in ranked. Like I would love something like that because I would play that like all day.
That's kind of what Stadium is. That's kind of I feel like Stadium is that middle ground, non-competitive Stadium,
Yeah,
obviously.
like
But I get
stadiums. Yeah, because if you play stadium, most people that play stadium like they're gonna be more in that mobile mindset. Like they have a build in mind. This is not like just
hmm
some casual game. Like no, we're playing a more a more serious game or whatever. But
yeah.
yeah, the only reason why I haven't been playing Stadium is just because the characters aren't there. But I really like Stadium.
Mm.
That was all I was playing of Overwatch
Yeah,
before this
Stadium's cool.
update.
Stadium's cool. Stadium is nice because like there are matches that you have in Overwatch where you're just feeling like you get steamrolled. Stadium gives you the opportunity to like actually get your team in gear, and like a team that does really shitty in the first round or two can like actually pull out like the next few rounds and do okay after they get over whatever slump they were going through in the first few rounds, you know.
Yeah, man.
So I
It's
feel like
that
there's value
MOBA.
there.
It's that MOBA thing of like your build coming online. It's like
hmm
you're getting all these different pieces, and at some point, it's like you get that one piece, and it's like now your whole build is like coming together, and it's like you can make
Yo,
a comeback.
the passive stuff that they added, like in regular game mode, like where if you get enough kills, like you get to choose
Yeah.
two passives.
Mm-hmm.
One of May's like level 2 passives gives
Freeze.
her back, yeah, her freeze, which is wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Now I can like actually rage bait people with
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah. It's
There was a
great.
Roadhog I was playing against the other dude. I played a match the other day. It was a control point match. It was just quick play, but it was 3 rounds. Literally every single round Jetpack Cat would use their ultimate and fly me off the map
Oh
every single
man.
time, consistently every round because I was pissing them off so bad. In a way that's kind of like it makes me feel good because
Yeah.
of how much I'm like raging them. But yeah, May is still fun.
Yeah. I'm happy
I'm
that they
still
added
enjoying
that.
Overwatch.
It's crazy that she actually can't get that ability in Stadium, which is crazy to me.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I guess that would be a bit much after
I
a while.
guess so because you just do so much damage, but I would expect it more in stadium than I would expect it in competitive. Like you can go into a competitive game with that. I like it though.
Yeah.
I love me, so I don't
Damn, I
care.
gotta try that. I
Yeah,
gotta try that. I haven't.
yeah.
I've been hesitant to dip into competitive just because it's a very different experience. But if I'm
You'd be
gonna be playing
surprised.
way more Overwatch, then I might have to get back into it because I do enjoy it. I do enjoy competitive. It's just like I have to lock in, you know.
Do you feel like
Uh,
Overwatch is this to me feels like this feels like it finally became Overwatch 2 with this update. I think like if
mm,
you would have dropped this, like imagine going from Overwatch 1 to this update. This is a new UI. This is
yeah,
Stadium. This is
it's a
all the
lot.
new characters in the past like 3 years or whatever it's been. Like I think that I think the game has like officially got to that distance.
hmm
Do you feel
for
like
sure.
if you're looking at this game as a sequel as Overwatch 2, is this a satisfactory Overwatch 2 or would you want something more?
As long as it wasn't marketed with like the single player stuff, I would be more open minded about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still of the mind that like we're in a place now where we don't need a name change when it comes to like
Yeah.
significant updates. Like I think it's just always unnecessary for
Yeah.
that to happen. Even like Destiny 2 like didn't need to happen, and I think even the the team that worked on that were like in agreement that like they just did that shit for the money. Like it was so unnecessary. Like we're in a place where updates can just be that significant. um but I mean, if they wanted to call it Overwatch 2 and like they added all this stuff like Stadium, a bunch of new heroes, new maps, like I would be more open-minded about it because of all the crazy new shit that they added. So,
How
yeah.
do you feel about the progression? I know that's not like as big of a thing for you as it is for me,
I haven't
but
even like explored a bunch of that. The stuff that I'm most excited about is the per hero progression of like the
uh
it's not the player card, but like the thing that you get around the hero.
oh, your
Like
border.
yeah, yeah. I think that's cool because in the past there was no indication that you like had spent that much time in a hero.
Yeah.
And I think it's a cool way to incentivize like really learning the ins and outs of each hero and like showing that you've played a whole bunch of them. Like I'm looking like now I have like a number of heroes that I want to play more to level that stuff up to show that I am like someone who plays that hero a whole bunch. And I'm gonna be honest, I was playing Bastion the other night and absolutely shredding, and it would feel
Man,
absolutely evil to just play Bastion and get that border, but it's really
Bastion is my
tempting.
boy.
It's really tempting.
That was my boy in
He
Overwatch 1.
he still feels overpowered. He still feels overpowered.
I think he's actually
Like,
the strongest he's ever been in Overwatch 2, like ever. Because like
well,
I've seen some people placing him as like S tier and stuff like that.
you can with his passive upgrades. I don't remember what the first one is, but one of the choices for his second level is his self-healing ability, which he
Yep.
gets back.
Yep.
So
Beautiful.
like I don't know, like that's a
Beautiful.
lot. That's a lot that you can do. Um, it's tempting. I also have the Lego Bastion skin, which I like showing off to people because
Yep.
you get people crowding around and you're the cool guy of the match. So yeah, Overwatch is fun again, man. It's I'm having a good time. Even when I get steamrolled and shit. The fact that there's so many heroes now that like each match I can just like play around with the different heroes, and there's the trade-off of like each one not feeling as unique because of how homogenous they've become. But the fact that I can play any hero and not feel like I'm like throwing because of a hero that's on another team, outside of maybe like playing a hit scan hero when there's like a flyer or something. Like I can pick any hero and just have a good time playing them and like having a unique experience with them in that match. Like
Yeah. I
it's
like
it's really cool.
I like the fact that now if if Tracer and Sombra get banned, there's actually someone else I can go play. Like I can go play Honoron. There's another flanker in the
Yeah.
game now. Like
Uh-huh.
it's it's just I think the options like it's the things that they've implemented like bans is like bro you can't implement bans before you have more than like two of these flankers bro besides like Genji and Venture like bro like, I'm supposed to just pick up Genji today like come on now
Yeah, that's not
like
happening.
what
It's really funny. The only mythic skin that I have is a Genji skin, the one character that I definitively
that's
like
funny
cannot play
that's
at
funny
all. But because he was the first one who got a mythic skin when Overwatch 2 dropped and I was playing the shit out of that, I got his skin. So I have a mythic skin that I never use, basically.
well if you ever
Um,
do get the battle pass
yeah, I know. I know. It's looking tempting. I think I'm gonna do the thing where like I'm gonna force myself to hit a certain level in the battle pass before I even consider like
that's
potentially
valid
picking it up. And then I'll just get everything up until then, and then I can grind out the last levels. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Um, I'm still playing Silk Song. It's still great. I'm still having a good time with it. I got to Act Two finally. It's still very fun, and it is still frustrating. Like I'm still like cursing pretty often when I play, but it's not like hampering my experience enough that I like am not really still enjoying it. Like I'm still really liking it. Yeah, that game's great.
you get any
The
new
one game that
abilities
um not recently, no. Oh, I mean, I guess technically I did. I got like you get an ability um close to the end of Act 1 that basically just lets you unlock some new areas. It's not even like it doesn't relate to anything else. Like there's no
got you
combat way to use it. It's basically just like a key that you have access to whenever. Um, I did have to fight to get to Act 2. I had to beat the the I forget if it's the Lost Judge or the Last Judge, but that was the boss that I would see everyone talking about online. That was like a pain in the ass to beat, and yeah, it took me a while. It took me a while to beat her, but I also had the experience that I've gotten in other FromSoft games where the first like 5 to 10 times you fight them, you feel like this boss is impossible and like how does anyone do this, and it's literally like I literally can't move out of the way like enough to figure it out. And then the more that I fought them, I felt myself making progress and learning the moves and learning how to avoid them. Like every every time I would go back and fight them, I could feel myself getting better. And then eventually you get to phase two, and then like, holy shit, her weapon's on fire now, and it explodes, and I have to deal with that. And like, but still, I could feel the progress being made until I eventually beat her, and I could just like feel like every fight improving and getting better until I like crossed that threshold and did enough damage and got the moves down well enough. So it I would feel like more satisfied if there wasn't a crazy run back every time, but like I still felt like I earned that victory in a way that only like games that are as difficult as like Souls games and Silk Song
Yeah.
can offer you. So yeah, it's been great. I'm really enjoying it. Um, I'm not sure how much longer I have to go until until I get close to the end because the map is weird, but we'll see. Um, the one game I wasn't expecting to talk about was Fallout 4.
Okay.
But I literally like last night I picked it up and they had an update on PS5, a 60 FPS update like a while back, and I
Yeah.
played a little bit of it. But I dipped into it for like 3 hours last night, and I found myself like really enjoying it. Like
Yeah.
playing it at 60 FPS kind of unlocked like a lot of like the gameplay felt so much smoother that it was a more fun experience for me. And the game is also so dense that there was stuff that I hadn't seen before that I was experiencing. Like there was a whole companion that I hadn't seen in any
Which
of my
one?
other playthroughs that I recruited. Kate.
Okay.
Um, I she was my I brought her in, and it was just like it felt like I was playing almost like a new Fallout 4 DLC or something
I
because
might
there
need
was
to.
still stuff I hadn't explored and new characters that I hadn't interacted with.
I might need to get back to that. Cause yeah, I think I might actually download that. Um, it's a lot
Fallout
of
4 is a
stuff on the
fun
plate.
game.
Yeah, but bro, I
Yeah,
mean, that game's so like I enjoyed that game so much. It's why I look at Starfield so
yeah.
like with so much
Like, what are
disappointment
we
because it's
doing?
like yeah, because like dude, like Fallout 4 was pretty good, bro. Like
Hmm.
the what do you call it? The Commonwealth, like the main map or whatever.
Yeah,
Like dude, that
yeah,
it's dope, bro. Especially I
yeah,
enjoyed playing that on like the survival difficulty at one point. Like that stuff's cool to me. Like you have to drink water, you have to like
hmm, hmm.
it was I think like the radiation's more sensitive or something
No
like
fast
that.
travel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no fast travel. Like I love that. Um, yeah, I might get back into
yeah,
that. Optimized, smoother version of Fallout.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun, man. I think a lot of the complaints about like it ditching a lot of the heavier RPG elements are still like warranted, but for what it's trying to do with like the modern open world formula, and being that kind of like almost like watered down RPG with really tight gameplay. I think for that type of game, it's just really solid. And I think even a lot of modern games that try to be that type of game don't reach the
Yep,
highs that Fallout 4 has. Like
yep,
they just do a great job with it. The level of customization, like the different outposts you can have, the companions, the writing is like I wouldn't say it's stellar, but it's still like entertaining and good enough that I'm having a good time with it. um, the way that the environments like tell stories, like each location has its own narrative that you figure out, and like who lived there, and like reading the terminal entries, like it's all just really good. It's You can spend a whole bunch of time in that game and have a really great time. And yeah, it was fun to dip back into it for a bit, and I might keep playing it. Probably not like super consistently, but if I'm ever like, sometimes the mood strikes me to just play like an open world game that I haven't touched in a while, and I'll probably go back to Fallout 4 sometime soon when I'm feeling that way. So
yeah, man.
yeah,
That sounds dope. I like honestly. You know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. I want to play Fallout 4 again. And then like with the DLC, that would be cool too because I didn't play any of the DLC,
yeah. Neither did
and
I.
I know it's a
I
lot.
gotta do that. Yeah, they had like there's a bunch of DLC for that. The only DLC I played was the Automatron DLC,
Okay.
but that was like one of the smaller ones. I want to play like Far Harbor,
Yeah,
which is
I
like a big
heard
one.
that's like yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. What you been watching?
Uh oh, so I listed Otz as a YouTuber. He's a Dead by Daylight YouTuber.
Mm.
Um and he makes some of the best like content ever, bro. It's so like, and the thing is, dude, there's been times where I've watched his videos even when I'm not playing Dead by Daylight because it's just like interesting, entertaining like content.
Hmm.
Dead by Daylight is so dense, bro. This dude does this thing where like he'll like what I used to watch even when I wasn't playing it was his tier list. He'll make like a Dead by Daylight killer tier list, and it's like 4 hours or something, like four or
Damn.
5 hours of like him talking about it. Dude, he released he released the 2 10-hour videos, like 20
What the
hours,
hell?
20 hours of um Dead by Daylight, like basically him explaining every killer in Dead by Daylight. And it's like 20 hours long. And it's not 20 hours of him like just droning on and on about like little like minor things. Like no, it's 10 hours of really good content, bro. And it's edited and like it's
That's
really
wild.
good, dude. It's good. It's fucking 20 hours. And like basically it's
Mm.
like he'll talk about a killer, he'll explain like, what the killer does, and then he'll talk about like, some stuff that you can build on like some items you can build for that killer. And then he'll do like one practice game. And the way that he plays the game, he's like developed this thing where it's like he can play the game and be super educational while in this PvP game. It's like it's crazy, bro.
Mm.
Like he's just playing the game and he's like just it's just it's a really good like watch. Like, I'm gonna send you one of his videos at some point. It's like
Sure.
I would like his videos. Like, I think they just show just like how different Dead by Daylight is like than what I think people think it is. At least like some of my friends, where it's like you think that this is like some horror game, or you might think that it's like a party game, like the Friday the 13th game or something like that.
Hmm.
And it's like, dude, like it's a pretty deep competitive game, and
Mm.
it's really interesting. It's cool. And he just makes really cool videos. Like I'm probably gonna watch some of his videos tonight. And I'm probably not even gonna play the game. Um, yeah, but I've been playing the game, so like watching the videos is even more like
Yeah.
entertaining, and just I'm getting more from it. But
Hmm. Hmm.
yeah, bro, I've been watching his videos like for the past week. Um, and also I kind of want to shout out uh Daredevil. Um, I think I went back and watched like all of my favorite Daredevil and Punisher scenes. Just throw that out there. Oh, I went back
Nice.
because I seen someone on TikTok did like a reenactment of one of the scenes, which then led me to like going on Disney Plus and going to the Netflix Daredevil series, and watching
Yeah.
some scenes, and then watching Born Again. Yeah, have you seen Born Again? The new
No.
Daredevil series? Okay,
No.
you should
I
try
have
it.
not.
It's not that great, but I mean, it's like it's
Okay.
if you like the Netflix show, you should watch this one.
Okay.
It has
Maybe I'll check
it
it out.
has up. It's one of those things where like for me, it was really good, and then it kind of dropped the ball, and then it kind of just fell into like so territory. But like if you like uh that version of Daredevil, you should definitely watch it.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll keep it without spoilers. I'll keep it at that.
Okay.
It's worth the watch. It's worth the watch.
um, I've been watching a few movies. Uh, the other night I watched Final Destination Bloodlines, which is the newest
Okay,
entry in
another one of
Final
my friends just
Destination
watched that.
series. Um, yeah, it was like it's funny because the concept of a Final Destination movie is like you see the first one, it's like, okay, how are they gonna do this? Like, how do they do this like five more times? And it does get like kind of convoluted in a way where like they know they're supposed to die at some point, so how do we subvert that? Um, you know, just shit like that. And somehow they've managed to make like a bunch of movies like that. But this one is very much like a meta awareness of like the mechanics of how death works. Like there's like a book that they have that tells them like it's kind of silly in a way that the main character like knows the people around her are gonna die, like they're destined to die, and so she gets this book. It's like I read the book. I know the different ways that you can die, but it's always like, hey, stay away from this dangerous object. Like that pot could fall down and hit a rake that like slams into your head. Like they treat her like she has like powers or something, but it's like she can really just predict like the Rube Goldberg ways that different objects could fall into each other to kill someone. Like it's kind of silly in that way. But I think like it's just as entertaining as the other ones. All the kills are very like the other movies. Like they're very kind of, if you brought like a Looney Tunes scene into like a horror movie, like the way that it's just
It's a
gory
crazy
and
way to
silly
describe
at the same time. Yeah, but it's like they're intentionally like unpredictable, and they give you red herrings of like how you think someone's gonna die, but they die in a
it.
different
Yeah,
way. It's just they're fun movies, and this one
yeah.
was like no different. It's you know, it was solid. I enjoyed it. Um,
I'm
and
still
then
scared of lawnmowers after
yeah,
those movies.
I think that was
3?
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, where was it like a rock? Some
yeah,
kid throws a
bro.
rock.
A
Yeah, yeah,
lawnmower kicked up a rock and it killed someone. I was like, dude.
and it like goes through someone's head. Yeah,
Yeah, like
that one's really funny because there's a million red herrings in that scene,
oh, there
and
is.
then it throws back to like there's a thing with like the fan malfunctioning and like water dripping on the floor that could electrocute her. But then the way that she dies is like some kid threw a rock in front of a lawnmower, and the lawnmower
Jesus,
hits the rock and like launches it into her head. Like no, in no way related to any of the other stuff they were setting
Jesus.
up.
Yeah, bro. Every
Yeah,
time I
those
walk
movies
by
are
a
funny.
lawnmower, I think of that scene. Like I'm not joking. Every time there's a lawnmower around, I think of that scene. Every time.
Yeah, I think Final Destination gave people a lot of people fear of roller coasters and
Oh yeah.
a million other things with those with those movies. Yeah, they're kind of ridiculous, but this one was fun. And then I also watched the movie Enemy, which was a Denis Villeneuve movie that came out a few years back
Well,
with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's him like, and there's like another version of him. It's kind of like it's like a psychological thriller. It's one of those movies that I wasn't able to fully appreciate until I looked up like an explanation of what the hell was
interesting.
actually going on at the
I
end.
gotta check that out. Cause you're talking
Um,
about Beneath the Dune and Prisoners guy, right?
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So they work
yeah.
together on something besides Prisoners. That's cool.
Yeah, this was takes place in Canada. It's a very Canadian movie. Um, but it's just him like this history teacher who's like kind of like this weird like nervous dude, and someone recommends him a movie, and then in the movie he sees like himself like in the movie, and then he looks it up and there's like another person that looks just like him, and so it's about him like going down that rabbit hole. um
Wow.
yeah,
Interesting. I want to check that out. I actually want to watch
it's
that.
an interesting watch, but like I had some sense of what was going on when the movie ended. Like I could kind of piece it together,
Hmm.
but I had to watch like a 20-minute YouTube video to really get like the actual explanation. You know,
Yeah, I'll check that movie out for sure.
I still think it's worth watching. I still think it's worth watching.
Are you?
So,
Do you like the Dune movies?
oh yeah, I love those movies. They're great.
Are you looking forward to him doing 007?
Is that confirmed? Is he doing that?
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Oh shit, that's cool. Yeah, I'm I'm very much looking forward to that. That's dope. He's such like a multifaceted filmmaker. Because Enemy is like very like low budget. Like there's no real frills. It's just like a really like an interesting concept that's executed in a cool way. Whereas Dune is like super high budget, awesome action, great writing, uh cool characters. Like he can do uh, across the board basically whatever he wants, and so I'm looking forward to seeing his interpretation of like the James Bond character and what a story in that universe would look like coming from him. So
And
yeah,
Tom
I'm
Holland.
hyped for that.
And Tom Holland.
Was this whole thing a prank? Is he
It
not
was not.
actually
No,
directing?
he's actually doing those
Okay.
movies.
All right, you had me questioning reality for a
Yeah,
second.
he actually is signed up for those. I promise. I wouldn't go that
Okay,
far.
okay.
But
Let's go. Damn, he stays busy.
yeah,
He's doing the next Dune movie, and then he's doing James
yeah,
Bond. It's wild.
he's in. I wonder because I know this next Doom movie is gonna be full IMAX. Is that James Bond movie gonna be full IMAX? Oh my goodness, that'd be insane.
I feel like they could get away with it. I mean,
I think
with
yeah.
him directing it, yeah,
But I'm assuming
that'd
like
be dope.
I think he signed like it's like a multi-picture deal for the Bond thing, so he's
Oh,
locked in on
really?
Bond for like
That's crazy.
yeah. I think he's locked in. I'm not
That's
100% sure about the
wild.
multi-picture thing, but I'm pretty sure it's like he signed on to do multiple movies. Like he's
That'd be dope.
his life beyond James Bond has ended.
Well, let's hope not. I mean, I'm sure he'll crank something out in the future that's worth watching. Um, I think that's gonna wrap it up for us, unless you got anything else you've been doing recently you want to chat about.
No, I think the only thing okay, there's two things I kind of did want to bring up.
Sure.
One, um, in terms of like movies, did I talk about Predator Badlands? I think I did.
You might have mentioned it briefly.
All I want to say is that Predator Badlands feels like a movie made by a video game fan. And
That's
if
cool.
you finish the movie, like I mean, I think you're gonna know what I'm talking about from the like from something that's there in the beginning. But when you see the whole thing, it's like it's very video game. And the other thing I
Mm.
wanted to mention was the news that's coming out. The whole thing about Tencent was the secret backer for High Guard.
Yeah.
Dude, that is insane. I was wondering like this whole time, like, bro, where are they getting this money from? Like, you look into High Guard, and it just says they're still like Wildlight or whatever it was. It's like who are these people? Where do you get the money to be at the the Game Awards
Mm-hmm.
and all this other stuff? And I thought like, oh, they just they found like some random investors or whatever. It's a fucking Tencent game, and I've seen some people on Twitter that are like kind of upset because they feel like the game was marketed like a small like independent type of thing,
Yeah.
and now it's Tencent. Which what do you think about Tencent hiding their involvement with the game?
I think hiding their involvement is well, it's like the fact that they're an undisclosed backer. I mean, I don't know what goes on in like those conversations that leads to a situation like that, but I don't think I honestly don't think the reception to the game would have been different if we had known that Tencent was backing it, because I think the initial opinion of this game looks like 10 other games that I've seen before. Like the Tencent's involvement would only like reiterate that, right? Like
Yeah,
I don't think it would have led to any other conclusions had this been like known by anyone. I think that like if the game had been presented differently, like not at the Game Awards and like shadow dropped, then I think is when, if Tencent's involvement had been publicized, that people might look at it in a different light. But the fact that it was built up with like expectations that it could not live up to already, I don't think it would have, in the way it was presented, I don't think it would have made a difference if people had known that it was a Tencent game. But it does explain a good bit. Like Tencent kind of throws money at stuff. In this, like, I don't think if you didn't have a backer like Tencent, like no private VC firm or publisher, like they would be less likely to put money behind something that is this like generic and not like kind of void of its own identity, really. So
I'm
yeah.
with you. I think yeah, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. I guess the thing I wanted to know is like is do you see a problem with just that concept in general of like this game like kind of because I mean clearly it fooled some people into people thinking it was like indie and then it's like
No, I mean, I think this like if you maintain the sentiment that like the game has value because it was worked on by people who made Apex and like people who have are veterans of like the shooter genre and like that type of game, I don't think the source of the money makes a difference as to like how the game would hit you like reputation wise. I think it does explain like it's it's how it was able to be created, but I think as far as like the value of the gameplay itself and the quality of the game, um it does like uh, unless they come out and say they were like they were pressured into making it a certain way because of Tencent's involvement. Like the impression that I got from what the developers have been saying is that they made the game that they wanted to make. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as that's the case, I don't think it matters where the money came from. If you truly believe that the dev team got to create their vision, you know. So
Yeah, I mean honestly, I I support it. I feel like when you, because that game, let's say like it was better than what it was, like just overall, and there was a lot of interest. That
mhm.
Tencent would have been a stink on that game, and I would
Yeah,
hate for it to
definitely.
like ruin the work of the people that were actually like, putting a lot of effort into it and
I
yada yada yada.
yeah.
Because yeah, I wouldn't want that stink to hurt a game, so I support it. But I also could understand people being like, why are we hiding what we are? You know what I'm saying? Who we are, whatever. So I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not really like you
Yeah. I
said
think
with
like
this one, it doesn't even make that big of a difference. I guess we'd have to
yeah.
see maybe like if there's ever a situation where a company is like really, really appearing as indie, and then it's Tencent, then it's like, whoa, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, sure. I think like also in the recent years like we've seen Tencent has there was a time where they were really like putting money in everything and there was a lot of fear of like how that would influence things and I'm sure it has in ways that I haven't been able to see, but I think they've just become kind of like a part of the industry and I don't think there's been any material change like quality wise that I've seen in games that have taken money from Tencent. Even like PlayStation like is partially owned by Tencent at this point. Like I I don't like them like as that they're like a part of things, but I also haven't seen any significant like evidence of their involvement as far as like a dip in quality for any of the things that they've put money behind. So I don't know. It's weird. But
We're
it
so
probably would have been better off if they had been transparent about it. Yeah. But nice.
it's now that I think about it, we don't know who's funding that Star Wars game. Maybe that's Tencent too. Fate of the Old
Maybe.
Republic. But yeah,
Maybe. Oh, Fate of the Old. Oh, I I would hope not, but I don't know. I don't know. Video game money is weird. Saudi Arabia owns like way too much stuff
yeah.
now, and China, so stuff's weird. Um, but maybe we'll end up talking about the backlash of that news in the next
Yeah.
next episode because that just came out like a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that is going to wrap it us. That is going to wrap it up for episode 22 of the Quest Effect podcast. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you in the next one.